Hello, it's me. Hello, hello. I am here. I exist. Oh, oh. uh, yes, I'm here to finish Pesterquest. Tis like the one plan I have. I'm like a little worried it's gonna be longer than a little worried it's gonna be longer than other stuff. I felt like the Jane one was kind of long, and I'm a little worried the dark one is going to be fairly long. Oh, maybe words are wrong to use. I'm wondering if it's gonna be much longer than I anticipate. But hey, I don't know. Boom. We have two guys left, and what is this? 4, 5, 6, 6 chums to unlock. Six chum rolls, I guess. Let's see, probably be Roxy, Dirk, the Prince, I guess. Director's cut, slice through reality. Or maybe the showrunner for this thing. No quitters, slip plays, Great Waking World. Maybe not. Maybe just like Dirk. I assume Rose. I don't know what built the next slot, I guess. Oh wow. Nah. Boom. Oh wait. No, I want this one on. Do that, and I will unmute this. Hopefully that's not like loud or becomes loud. It might. Okay. Boom, 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 start. Last 2 volumes. That makes me worry that each volume, each of these routes is actually just going to be as long as these 2 combined. Huh. I didn't really look into how long it would be, because I felt like it would have spoiled some stuff to do that, but oh well. Friendship Wizard. Oh, are we fucking around with Rose or something? Allowed to that. That's not bad. It might go louder eventually, though. Since the other 2, Airden and Kurlos, are kind of mid. Yeah. You've spent a good few days fucking around with your newest friends. They seem to be on their respective paths toward something. You're not exactly sure if actualization is part of it, but you're trying to not be too bent up about it. You're early for once. Hello, hello. This Earth's friend group seems to have a lot of interpersonal complexity. To be fair, you do only really know half of the friendship quadrangle. It's probably past time to meet the other 2 corners of it. See what all the fuss is about. Get their side of all the drama before you leap to any more judgments. You've thought a lot about what you said to Jake and what you wanted to say but didn't. Your shame at the thought that you might also be erring passively on the side of friendship sloshes uncomfortably in your belly against the fear that you may be choosing too much, wanting too much, changing too much. Because you've thought a lot about what Jade said to you, too. That's probably why you bothered to get Roxy's address from Jane. You can't exactly stop making new friends, because you aren't ready to think about what your purpose would be without that. But maybe you could do it the old-fashioned way this time. Showing up on somebody's doorstep via the accepted human method of following directions to their domicile's specific government-assigned number seems like it might be a better start than, oh, just zapping directly to them when they're taking a shit or something. Which is definitely a hypothetical situation and not at all something that happened to you recently. Anyway, you came up with a plan and everything. You're not a real mailman that you know of. But you've grown to appreciate and respect the profession, so you don't mind LARPing it once more. You wonder briefly if there might be other guises under which people might go up to another person's house and knock on their door. But almost none of your friends ever leave their fucking rooms, so you sure wouldn't know. You zap down the street from her house and walk up the long, scary driveway through the trees, over a bridge, and look to her door. Oh, we meet Mom Rose, I guess. Hopefully. Oh, okay, that's probably one of the chum rolls then. Okay, so not exactly a normally human method. What? Were you supposed to stroll all the way to New York from Jane's place? She'd offer you bus money, but then remembered her fortune is tainted. She vacillated between giving you every single one of her dollars and burning it all in a symbolic bonfire under the two of you. Man, I'm really out of it today. Gotta just reset real quick. Okay. In a symbolic bonfire until the two of you landed on moving it to a new, hopefully untraceable bank account. You're really not sure how deep the Batter Witch's surveillance goes, but Jane seems satisfied at least. She's going through a lot. You know how it is, having to endure huge life upending bouts of information being tossed at you, more or less weekly. Yourself. So yeah, you skipped a step in your male personally sojourn, but you made it to Roxy's house in a respectable manner, which was the whole point. You're gonna make the fuck out of a good impression. You knock, and you wait. Kinda bad though. The person who comes to the door is not Roxy, at least. Doesn't look like the photo of Roxy Jane showed you. Oh fuck. Unless Roxy's a catfish. You did not expect that. Oh my god, we gotta call Hansen? Something Hansen? Forgot his name. Catfish Roxy. Oh, it's you. This could be interesting. You blink. It is you. She got that part right. Do you know her? You scour her features. She does seem familiar, like a friend you almost had or did have very long ago or moderately long ago, depending on the perspective you are looking at time from. You wonder, have the two of you met before? No, we have not. Nor was I expecting the pleasure. Ah, shit. You thought you were onto something for once. You wonder how many more levels of memory are buried, twisted under a blown synapses in your burned out brain. You have to move forward and give up on chasing down whatever buck wild theory you were inching toward. There are real mysteries afoot with this stranger. This feels like a decisive moment, if there ever was one. Are we gonna meet older Dave too? I don't know if that one would be as fun. Catch the catfish in her river of lies. There's gotta be another answer here. Oh wait, you are an idiot. This is an adult. You've been spending too much time with marginally supervised aliens and a lonely marooned boy recently that you forgot that Roxy probably lives with her parents. And it's 50-50 on the possibility of a stuffed Grandma Rose somewhere in there. If the pattern holds, it's feasible she could have told her mom about you. You played safe, and instead of accusing anyone of online identity crime, you ask if Roxy is home. She stares at you for a moment, her lips slightly parted. You get the feeling she's not often caught off guard, and you wonder what it is you've done wrong now. Probably Roxy's mom. Do you ever think you have lived through every possible iteration of an emotion, and then one day a manifestation of narrative agency shows up on your doorstep to remind you that there is yet another way to experience the acute feeling of a particular loss? You do what you do best and stare blankly at her, trying to figure out just what in the fuck that might mean. Oh, is that not a universal one? Well then, I can clarify. It is a roundabout way of saying no, she is not home, nor will she be for quite a while. I would offer to take a message for you, but with your bag of tricks, I think you can manage the wait. She winks at you conspiratorially, and you have never felt less like you were in on a plan with somebody. This has been fun, but I'm not the one you want. I'll go ahead and make myself scarce so things can start moving along. Unfortunately for me, my path is not as flexible as yours or hers. You've wasted considerable time here as it is, and I have my own preparations to contend with. Scoot along before you touch something you shouldn't. Damn. She shuts the door and you stand, blank and useless, on the doorstep. Maybe this isn't the right house and that lady was just having a good time fucking with you. Jane had said she hadn't used Roxy's address in forever, since Roxy didn't ever really seem to receive things she sent through the mail. And whoever this was didn't really give you any solid evidence that she knew what you were talking about. You take a minute to consider the cryptic shit the woman who was probably not Roxy's mom just told you. You feel like a level 1 bug fuck idiot, taking on a side quest from an enigmatic wizard so far beyond you that you feel like you should have spent way more time grinding first. It feels like what she was going for. Anyway, yeah, it feels like that's what she was going for. Anyway, whatever she said was something like, you could manage the wait? Maybe this one's an issue of time, not space. It always seems to be one of those two bastards, huh? Well, luckily for you, you have power over both. Might as well follow the only lead you have. You perch on the bridge over the river, running in front of the house, and fast forward, holding Roxy's name at the front of your mind. Years swirl by you in a visual cacophony. Buildings rise up around you, lights flash, red and hot. There's a rush of busy energy, the ebb and flow of a colonial tide, and then a stillness. Right when you start to wonder if you've missed her, you feel it. You wait till it feels right, and you stop, and then there's like a carapacing just feeling us up. Holy shit, that was a while. You traveled forward in time from John's era to meet Jane. You guess, so you suppose it isn't the most unfathomable thing to have to do it again, but wow. The trees that surrounded you just a minute ago are gone, replaced by a sea of crumbling buildings and a low, skittery sound, like pressing your ear to an ant colony. The vibes out here are real bad. You hurry up and knock. The door opens slowly. There she is, with her trademark pumpkin. I guess. Roxy, for sure, it's Roxy this time. Peeks her head out, spots you, then squints at an empty street behind you. Seeing no threat, she bumps the door open with her elbow and drops a huge pumpkin in your arms. Okay, we got a pumpkin. What pumpkin? Yeah. I like how they drawn Rose and Roxy. She stumbles a bit over the door jamb as she does it, and you almost don't catch the pumpkin in favor of reaching for her, but she steadies herself at the last moment and leans against the frame, unfazed. Here you go, little buddy. I appreciate you knocking. It's a lot more polite than the usual breaking and entering you guys do, so I picked out a nice juicy one for ya. You guys do. Oh, I look like one of them, yeah. You don't go tell everyone I tried this shit though, or else I'll never get sleep again in my life. I'll just be running produce to my door 24/7. Produce to my door. Yeah. Unloading snacks to everyone, to every chest guy in existence without rest. Not but you're eating noises for company. This is not at all how you thought this would go, but you honestly should have known better than to do anything with your expectations but throw them in the trash can. So you roll with it and thank her for the pumpkin, calling her by name for max politeness and scaring the fuck out of her. This pumpkin. Oh. You can't see much over the flagrantly large gourd you're struggling to keep hold of, but you feel her go still. Did she stop breathing? You crane your neck to peek over the curve of pumpkin, and fuck. Again with those expectations. You did not anticipate pure terror to be the emotion constructed on her face, but there it is. Wait, did you just say? Wait, what shit did you just say to me? You said, thank you, Roxy? You open your mouth again to introduce yourself as the friend Jane mentioned, but all your words shrivel up in your horrible mouth because Roxy has flattened herself against the doorframe, her head tucked down like you're blinding her. Well, you're not, said mine. She slinks down to the floor and kind of rolls back inside, shutting the door behind her. You hear nothing, then a deep, heaving sob. What the fuck just happened? You knock politely just once. Hold on a minute, I gotta do something. Don't go anywhere. You hear nothing but footsteps trilling away into silence. It could be time to head out, but she told you to wait, so you do. You're nothing if not committed. About 20 minutes in, the low, skittering hum in the background fortifies itself into a more present rumble. From around corners and from around corners and out from dilapidated doors come the source. The patter of feet, a low unintelligible I can't read today at all whisper, and the clinking of joints. Let me do this real quick. I could probably do that right now. It's people, and they look like you. They look like. Well, almost. Okay. It's more that you look like if a child drew them. They're simple frames made simpler, with softer edges. Your skin is actually skin, right? They chitter around you, and you squish your arm meat to make sure. Yeah, you aren't chitinous. Phew. Wait, or is that bad? You're trying to process whether you're relieved to have the bodily makeup you thought you did, Or if you're sad that the space of time you thought you might have finally found your kin was so fleeting. You don't get a chance to sort through it fully because the new guys are surrounding you and they look hungry. It might well be you or the pumpkin here, so you hold it out toward them and hope for the best. They take it and, chittering what seems to be their thanks, shrink back into the night. You check them off your mental list of predators and sit for a beat. Feels like you're waiting for more than Roxy's return. Like this is a moment of choice. Jesus fuck. You've been all the way to this effort to try a new... You went to all this effort to try things a new way, and what did it get you? Nothing. You've never had such a spectacular failure to connect upon first meeting someone. So, what are you supposed to do now? You wait, but the familiar push against your ribcage to decide something doesn't come. What is this drive to make you choose anyways? What if you just wanted to sit on your ass and do nothing, huh? What if you are tired of choosing, and when every choice you make takes you further from anything good? And who knows? Maybe you're supposed to do nothing. Maybe that's what your plan was all along, huh? Tough guy. Be interesting if the MSP Raider was a Carpassian. For some reason, I assumed the Reader and the Carpassian were the same. See, I assume the MSP Raider is like the only actual real human. Everyone else a weird, gross abomination. Yeah. Including like us. You don't know who that little jab was aimed at, but you want nothing more in the moment than to petulantly slap the reins of choice off your shoulders. If only there were reins to slap. God, impotent rage is the worst. After a minute of continued seething and nothing, you feel it. Damn, Nepeta. That's all I read out of all of that. I only seen the word Nepeta. I guess I clicked that. Oh, smash a window, bitch. We'll see what the chest guys know. Damn, nice try. You can't tempt me with fun, friend. Damn, okay, I tried. Let's see what the chest guys know. More than you know, Chungus. There's lock, smash a bitch. Oh, smash a window, bitch. Don't tell me what to do. You're not my mom. Oh. Okay then. Okay. Blinking, you feel the desire to act ebb away. It's replaced by a tingling giddiness at the victory of your, inertia? You'll be kind to yourself and call it fortitude and resolution instead. MSP Reader being a brat. MSPA Reader being the best. You're gonna see this shit through. You do what you promise and wait. Big G Chung sus. Eventually, you'll curl up on the welcome mat and pass out like a stray kitten. At some point in the night, you open your eyes for one bleary moment as a chest guy lays a blanket over you. The creak of the door next to your ear jolts you awake. Towering above you in the sharp, bright rays of morning is Roxy. A morning sun is Roxy. Oh shit, you are real. I came out here so I could prove to past tipsy me that it was just a daymare or some shit, but now here you are and I am here. So let's dig right in. Did you or did you not say human English words, including my name, to me last night? You did do that. Well, time to reckon with this then, I guess. I might still be a little buzzed, so I'm just gonna see how this plays out. Stick with me. She beckons you inside and you scramble to your feet and follow her. That's a lot of windows. All that waiting paid off, didn't it? You emanate smugness in every direction as you walk. Just in case there are any entities or narrative concepts around that have the capacity for feeling slighted by such a thing. Oh, I was hoping for make a different kind of face. You trail behind her into the living room, explaining how you knew her name via her friends. Ah, okay, that makes more sense, LMA. Oh. That make you the one who convinced Jane of the stuff about our reality that I've been trying to get her to see for quite some fucking time. The benefits of being able to be there to show her in person, I guess. Oh, okay, that's not. She stands next to the couch. Her shoulders bunch up, popping her fingers. She isn't looking at you. Roxy, how do you know English human words? You were raised by chess guys. Roxy, how do you know fucking troll language? I don't know. I guess because of her the heiress? Dictator? Ruler? Because the Juggalos are still the president. And I was way before them. No, it'd just be the heiress then, but... Is there like mandatory like troll history? And there's like, this is one of the most available books to get. She stands next to you, the couch, her shoulders bunched up. Oh, I read that part, yeah. She told me you could time travel, but she failed to mention the part about how you are some kind of alien. Alien. Sorry to offend. But if I'm being real, it's not like our communication style is full and truly without gaps on a normal day. So this checks out. Damn. She scrunches her face and groans. Hi. I'm so sorry. I'm being a jelly belly Deborah downer. LMAO, what in the fuck is wrong with me? Here you are, a friend in the flesh, and I'm just over here whining about my other friends whom I love very much. This is just a lot, LMAO. I daydreamed all the potential friend meeting scenarios I thought might ever happen. With any and all combobs of my 4 whole friends whisking me off the friendzo jarn. I just didn't consider a new one might show up on my door disguised as one of my little neighbors, so... Disguised as one of your little neighbors. Makes sense if you consider that Roxy's really smart and probably all that stuff on her own, as well as coding. Also, reading Rose's book, which is wild. Yeah, you're super sorry for how... Oh. Yeah, you're super sorry for how last night went down. And for what it's worth, you've made friends with like a lot of people. And all the friend making skills you've learned in your travels didn't save you from fucking this one up. There's no one foolproof way to do it, you figure. You would know as a proven fool. LMAO, that is good to hear. Still, I'm sorry about ditching you right off the bat. I went to find a small sip of courage, which turned into a swig of courage, and that became a whole ass bottle of courage, which, as you know, can happen. So I did not so much come back outside to confront my harsh realities. Oh. Real titties. Yeah, titties. I think titties sounds funnier. Realities. Namely, you. As it did confront the soft, real titty of my pillow on the floor next to my bed. Anyways, it's just that I've never heard my name come out of someone's mouth right next to me in real life before. You don't comment on the booze thing. Y'all just met and you don't want to come off too preachy just yet. You try another angle instead. You could always try the meeting thing again. Like acting it out? Oh, sure. Yeah. Haha. Of course you didn't mean literally going back and redoing it. This is salvageable. This is a salvageable situation, and you don't want to waste a redo if you don't have to. LOL, what? What you mean is you rarely get shit right the first try anyway. Might as well give each other a clean slate. You hold your fist up and knock on the air in front of you. You hope she thinks this is cool and not lame, since you just kinda leapt into it to avoid thinking too much about all your false starts. You don't have to worry for long because she smiles and it's brilliant. The shivering tension in her body shifts from anxious to excited as she hops a bit. Getting into the moment, she breathes in, smoothing her shirt, then puts a hand to her ear. Ow. Is that a knocking on my door? Whomsoever could it be? She bends dramatically in welcome as she opens the invisible door and clasps her hands together as she focuses her bright gaze on you. Oh, my fucking God. Welcome to my About Stranger. The face she makes here is kind of scary. Something about this scares me. It's like I don't know what kind of fear it gives. It's like it worries me. Soon to be more than a stranger. Wink, wink. Get on in here and let's get to frienditude. That might be coming on a little too strong for typical company, but luckily, you are as friend-thirsty as they come, even without old golf ball nuts forcing you to be. You introduce yourself and step over the pretend threshold, hand extended. Roxy takes it and pulls you into a fast, tight hug. You wrap your noodly arms around her and return it as tight as you can. At first, you tell her she needs it. After all, you can feel her trembling back, her unsteady breath. A minute passes and you realize your hands are shaking too. When was the last time you just held someone? Just let yourself be held. The moment is quiet. You know it's an awkward pose. The two of you standing, draped on each other in the middle of her house, and you realize belatedly that lying on the floor there's a window like the one you fell through right before you. Jesus, how did you get out of Doc Scratch's apartment? Now is not the time to think about that. But it's good. Calm. You could keep going, honestly, but she steps back and tucks a puff of hair back into place. Clearing her throat, she is still looking away from you, but she's grinning. Yeah, that was much better. Couple of friendships starting pros, am I right? Yes. They'll write guides to friendship about the two of you, you say. She sits down on the couch and gestures for you to join her, so you do. Beep. 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 Okay, I don't know how loud that is. I'll do that. Okay. Now that you're settled, what she said right before you did your little skit hits your brain right in the face. Has she really never had anyone else around to speak to? Like, never? Never have I ever. What about the, chess guys, as she called them? The ones she mistook for you? Oh, we can communicate for sure. But not with words, really. I mean, one of the same patrols are raised by the luscious, as long as we only communicate through telepathy like Turkey's brisket. I guess we don't know how trolls language. Yeah. I guess the only weird one would be Dirk and Roxy, really. Like the trolls are all kind of. I mean, the trolls are like bug adjacent. I guess I don't know if I acting like Jane saying that. They are like bug-esque, right? And bugs have I feel like bugs tend to be more like. Fuck, what is it? Actually, I wonder how bug-like they are, actually. I wonder. What was like. No, I would say you sent thing. I guess like. The powers could be. No. I think of like things they've stated that are like bug-like that are like more minute and small and like little niche things. I'm not really a bug expert because I kind of despise bugs. Besides what you know. See, I don't know what I know though. I assume like a lot of stuff is just headcanon-y. Has to be. Just in general. Like fuck, even like their even the stuff that's explained has to be like headcanon-y to some degrees, because they they'll explain some things kind of vaguely, some things not. Like I need my detailed guide on how leprechauns work. I feel like that was like the biggest thing that was missing in all of Homestuck. I needed to understand all 9 quadrants. I would have been okay if we had 1,000 pages just going through the intricacies of leprechaun, romance. I have the urge to call them frogmen. Just because of the one time he called them frogmen and the Danish frogmen. I think it's just cooler than calling them leprechauns. I don't really like the term. I don't really like calling them leprechauns. I think that sounds kind of like lame. Well, they are kind of lame, I guess. Except for Crowbar. Crowbar's pretty dope. But not with words, really. I don't mean anything bad about them by it. They are really sweet when they aren't sneaking into my home. Plus, I don't blame them for their ways. On account of them being brought in by the battered witch and summarily forgotten. What about Freaky Clover? Freaky Clover. I don't know if I'd call them cool. They exist. I wouldn't be able to hang with Freaky Clover. Yeah, not at all. Really. But I didn't know. We're not really on the same wavelength. So it just kind of fucked me up when I thought one of them was looking at me with eyeballs and saying my name like it was. Like I was. Lol. LOL. Phew. Sorry, I'm still mega new to this. Her eyelids flutter closed as she shivers. Man, you thought Jake had it rough, but at least he had his grandma for a bit before she died. You wonder to yourself why she doesn't seem to have someone like that. You're about to do some mental math and see if you can work some connections out, but she gathers herself and interrupts you before you can do anything too smart. And to be clear, I can see the difference between you guys now. Though you do not look like them to be aged. It's just that you have a quality of like personhood to you. Anyway, the point is the resemblance is certifiable, but you're like the velveteen chest guy. The what? Just because you're soft? Here the leprechaun biofacts are hot magical men and do reproduce through dance, unleash their power through massive dong and fight with their blades to win a gamble of Mpreg. They're just sea worms? Is that what they're called? Sea worms? What the fuck? Sea worm? What am I thinking of? No. Oh my god. What's like the fucking the penis fencing character? Not character, creature in reality. I'm scared to look up penis fencing. I'm pretty sure they actually call it penis fencing. It's like that's like the real thing. Fencing sea creature. Flatworm. Okay. The flatworm. It's like they penis fence, and it's like and the loser gets pregnant and becomes a woman. That's what happens with them. No need to really explain anything other than that. That's kind of that's that whole flatworm shtick. That explanation just makes them sound like flatworms. The what? Oh, and then like the flatworms also like leave the loser to do their own thing, and then they're forced to be alone, and the winner gets to go exist being like a non-pregnant guy, which probably beats being like the same thing but pregnant, I assume, and alone. The what? Just because you're soft? LOL. Well, yeah, that too. But no, you don't know the Velveteen Rabbit? It's one of the few books my mom left me that wasn't super dense and cerebral wizard fiction. Wizard. So I read it a lot before I got grown enough to really appreciate the complexities of the cerebral wizard genre. Yeah, you know I like wizard actually. No, you don't know that one. But you are constantly searching for meaning in your fucking life. So you will definitely check it out if there's someone like you in it. And she just mentioned her mom. She's not still around there, is she? Sorry. My rice cooker went off. My roommate made rice, and my rice cooker plays a song. All the good rice cookers play music when they're finished. If yours doesn't, you need to look to upgrade. If you don't have a rice cooker, you need to look into buying a rice cooker. Very important stuff. Nah. Banner bitch killed her a long time ago. Before I ever got here. Back when society was uncollapsed and everything. But she knew I was coming, so she left me pretty well stocked with snacks and reading material and booze to last a lifetime. Though I have put a considerable dent in that last category, so we shall see if her planning skills truly were up to par when all's said and drunk. I thought maybe I was gonna get to meet her and all my other friends in this big IRL multiplayer game I was gonna kick ass at, but I don't know. IDK, I guess. I'm not playing anymore. Shit. You jumped up as you put two and two together. You went to the past before. Or, well, you came from the past, from Jane and Jake's time, which Roxy already knows, but spatially, you were here in this house, then in that time. There was a woman who lived here then. You thought she was Roxy's mom at first, but then you maybe convinced yourself she wasn't. Since a few hundred years happened between her and now, you don't know. A lot was going on. OMFG, you what? Was she beautiful? Hold on, let me show you. Roxy roots around a bookshelf or something, and your brain starts expanding at a rapid rate. Concepts that have been hovering on the periphery of your mind suddenly converge. You already knew that Jane and Jake's deceased grandparents were your friends from the past, but you hadn't considered this. Since you didn't know Roxy lived in the future, then, of course, all this shit's connected. Of course, that would make... Didn't she look like this? She hands you a book, cover open to show the author photo. There she is, younger than she was when you saw her last night, but older than she was when you first met. You can't help saying her name out loud. Rose. OMG. Why did grown-up her she say you'd never met before, though? Why did grown-up her she say you never met before, though? Is she not the same person? Fuck, the earlier math you were doing. This is way bigger than 2 plus 2. This is some serious mental calculus. You wiggle all your brainworms at once, and it hits you. The way it felt different than normal when you hopped from Jake's house to wherever that one place was. How it happened when you brought Jake home again, too. Like your gut dissolved sideways. Now they rearranged slower once you landed. Had it happened when you first landed in Jane's yard, too? You were probably too turned around to even notice then. You know Roxy's super hyped right now, but you tell her you gotta check something, do some science. You'll be right back. You zap backward again. Oh, where'd the wizard statue go? Ah. Okay. Where's the statue? Where's this one at? I guess the other stuff's missing. So I don't know why I'm carried about the one with the wings. Old Rose, what did I tell you about? What did I tell you about coming back here? Get your grubby time fingers out of my pie before you get caught. Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Have a good day, ma'am. Yes, that's how you address old Rose, I guess. Only way I could. Okay, she's mad, which you expected. It also felt like an everyday wiggly belly time jump, which you also expected. You pop out of there, this time concentrating on your friend Rose. Just a day after you last hung out. You should just feel yourself zoom further backward toward her, right? Damn. Or she's gonna go get all fucked up or something. Off you go. And wrong. It's that feeling again. That sideways dissolvement and reconstruction of your crudely rendered bowels. Oh, are we gonna meet, I guess, old Roxy? Oh no, we're gonna meet normal Rose. Oh, they're gonna meet her mom. Oh, it's you. Long time no see. For you, I assume. Funny thing about that is no, actually. But you'll have to explain later. You apologize for paying her so short a visit and head back to Roxy. The feeling accompanies you yet again. Oh, we're not in the room, though. You pop back into Roxy's living room. A fraction of a second after you left. Those brainworms are wiggling at top speeds. Dampy, I know you don't know this about me, but I love science projects. I got a whole lab and everything. I'm Hex of qualified. Wanna take me with you? Oh, sorry. You already went. Damn. Fuck, there I go blinking and missing all the good shit. For the best to be H, or else I'd have sat here worrying that you'd never come back. Abandonment crisis totes averted for the moment. High five. What rad science fact did you learn? Was it about my mom? You take a deep breath. You kind of laying down the knowledge tracks a second before your brain cards rolls down them. So you're hoping this makes sense as you piece it together word by word. You think this is a different universe. Yo, what? You've met the woman Roxy thinks of as Mom, but you also have a friend named Rose from a while ago. She's friends with Jake's grandma and Jane's grandpa, and you're pretty sure she even read you some of this same fucking book at one point. But they can't be the same exact people, even if they all look the same. Things feel different there than they do here. Like looking in an inside-out mirror with every cell of your body. Those definitely exist, don't worry. Hells to that, yeah. I'm following you. Would love to gaze inside one of those mirrors and flip my shit some way. Would be a liar if I said I had never thought about that as a general concept. But that's besides the point. More importantly, what you're saying is I have double the moms I thought I had yesterday. And you're also saying you can go visit any and all moms whenever you want. The dream. No. Just go on a mom visiting bender. No rules, just moms. And can I come along? Well, no. There are a couple of rules. But other than that, yeah. Damn. You thought she might take more convincing. Look around at all my gear and cat clones and general living situation, but all I'm saying is none of that is particularly hard to believe. And after all, the grief I endured trying to get to Janie to believe me. It'd be pretty fucking stupid and not to mention rude as heck of me not to believe you now. You're my friend. Phew. Oh. Mission complete. We did it. We won. That... Wow. Easy run. Phew, that is a relief. Your guess on this shit is tenuous at best. So it's good she is so easy to win over. It is one of my best qualities. Or at least one of my biggest ones. Oh, though, before she gets too excited, one of the rules does seem to be that her mom in this universe doesn't want to be visited, though. That's kind of a big one. Oh. I see. Well, didn't she say why? I mean, if y'all already hung out, what's so bad about one more chill sesh? Unless IDK. It's okay for you, but... You can see her start to blame herself. So you cut her off. It's definitely not that she didn't seem interested. More like she couldn't. She shooed you away every time you tried to say hi. Like she was afraid you'd fuck shit up. Which, to be fair, you do regularly. She said she was preparing for something. You look around. Or someone. Oh yeah, okay. Makes sense. It's funny, actually. No, I'm joking. Your leg, it sucks. No, I'm jerking your leg, it sucks. But situationally, it's funny. Because that game I mentioned that Janie's off destroying a week ago, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to play. Was P ready to go desperate measures to not play it at all if I'm being totes honest. But to be H? But then when Jane said she met you and was all hell-bent on doing some righteous smiting to the whole company, I didn't know. IDK. It hit me that I kind of did want to play after all. I thought maybe I'd meet my mom in the game and I'd finally get to talk to this lady I built my whole ass sense of self around. Get to see how she is in real actual life and figure out how bad I fucked up. I fucked it up. Fucked it up, my version of it. Wow, anyway. We aren't playing, so it didn't matter. I've been trying to be a good friend and lend my hacker skills to Jane's but it hurts and I don't know how to tell her. I can't tell her. And sometimes you show up and my options shifted like 75 more times. But I barely got time to come to terms with it being okay to want something before it gets swiped away from me. LOL. Shit. You really didn't mean to mess with her expectations. You should have kept your mouth shut till you figured out what this all meant. She smiles at you, and you don't have to know her long to tell that it's forced. Ah, shit. You can fix this. One more visit this universe's Rose couldn't hurt, right? What's the worst it could do? Hey, who knows? Maybe her mom wouldn't mind another visit if you brought Roxy along. Like, maybe she was just annoyed when it was your bothersome self. She was definitely a little sad when she talked about Roxy living so far away, temporally speaking. You really think? I mean, if you don't think she'd mind, I'd be 100% down to locked and loaded, ready to family bond right the fuck now, before I get too nervous to change my mind. Nothing bad ever happens to the lawns. Should we partake in a celebratory sippy before we go? Yeah. She reaches under her couch and pulls out a bottle of vodka. You make a non-committal noise as you wonk out how to respond. You call Jacob for enabling this, so you don't want to do the same. It's delicate though. What am I thinking? She'll probably have her own stash anyway. Why else would she have left such vast quantities of this stuff for me to reckon with? Huh, yeah, you guess. Though, maybe she meant for her to bust into it when she was a bit older? Or like, maybe for special occasions? Well, settle up and we can add that one to the list of questions to ask her. Quantities. It's gonna be far down the... Okay. It's gonna be pretty far down though. I got a lot. You extend your hand, she takes it, and off you go. You choose a point a little further ahead in Rose's timeline, just to give her time to miss you. Just in case. Oh. I kinda don't wanna like continue on with this a little bit. You zap to the doorstep to ease Roxy into it. She plasters herself to the wall next to the door, breathing heavy. You take care of the knocking part. Oh shit, boy. This is it. Look at all these fucking trees around my house. Holy shit. Old Rose comes to the door, and from the look on her face as she stares you down, she has absolutely not missed you even a little bit. Damn. Damn, okay. Ah, my incorrigible male person. What did I tell you before? You should not be here, or her imperial bane of my existence may not be paying attention to what you do with your friends, but she's keeping tabs on me after your last visit. It isn't safe for you here, and I can't have you compromise this location. From the side, Roxy exhales. Rose turns. Oh. She's so fine. Yes. Her voice is soft and broken. Snow falling from branches. Oh. Sorry, Miss Mom. Mom Lond? Roxy. We didn't mean to bust down operations. I just wanted to meet you. No, I know. I know it. And despite the circumstances, I am so glad to have been able to see you, too. More than you know. But you can't stay. Yeah, okay, of course, yeah, no worries. I'm sorry. You have to go right now before... Boom. Oh, oh damn, are we gonna kill? Are we gonna kill Mom Lalonde? Mom Lon? Oh no. A light streaks through the clouds, and you crane your neck to see it, but Rose grabs you both and drags you inside, slamming the door. Shit, this is bad, right? Fuck, she's even faster than I thought. I have to call Dave. I have to... No. Oh, okay. She stops muttering to herself and speaks instead to you and Roxy with a sharp, decisive turn of her head. Well, done is done. What's done is done. Get back before there's nothing to get back to. But... Rose touches her knuckles to Roxy's cheek. And you feel it like you shouldn't... And you feel like you shouldn't... Ugh. Ah. Rose touches her knuckles to Roxy's cheek. And you feel like you shouldn't be here for this moment. Shouldn't have brought her here. Shouldn't have done anything. You never learn your fucking lesson. You do the only good thing left for you to do. And take Roxy's hand. Still sputtering, pulling you as she reaches toward Rose. Oh. There's a low rumble. The house shakes. Rose has pulled some knitting needles out of nowhere, and they're sparking with energy. Now. No. No. When you open your eyes again, you're in Roxy's version of the same living room, or almost that. You know it's hers, though. It's decorated more sparsely, and there's a corner of the house that's just fucking gone. Rebuilt how the surrounding buildings were with the rickety chest guy patch job. Shit. You stop surveying the timeline damage and instead look to Roxy. She's just standing, staring, blank. Her hand is over her mouth. You're so sorry. You never should have suggested they do that. It's probably best for you to go. All you do is make things worse. Oh my god. Are we... We're not going to end here, are we? We're not going to end here. Be the worst spot to end at. Okay. The slackness in her face turns to panic. Oh. I like how this artist draws them. No. Please. I shouldn't ask to go. It's my fault. Don't leave me. Damn. In your guts, you know you're the one in the wrong. You are supposed to be the responsible time traveler. You don't know how to make her see this without making her feel worse. She runs and opens a cabinet. Then a second and a third. Her movements more frantic each time. Eventually she surfaces successful. Oh, thank fuck the booze is still here. Homie's looking out for me. That mom. Look, it's okay. We can still have fun. You don't have to go. You don't have to go. Please don't go. She's crying as she talks, her voice climbing higher with fear. Her smile is begging you. You know you'll have to look later. Check whatever corners of the internet or historical documents Roxy has laying around to see what happens. But you feel in your belly that it will only confirm what you suspect. It would be better if she hated you. Oh. You're not ready to face what you did. So you take the bottle Roxy's holding out toward you. Take a long, burning swig. More for you means less for her, you hope, as you pass the bottle back. Oh. Uh. Hmm. You know, it's kind of like one of the only endings that actually makes me feel kind of like actually bad. Hmm. One of the better game over screens. See, my issue with this though, I guess not issue. I agree with it being one of the better game over screens. One of the reasons it feels like a better game over screen to me though, is because I feel like I somewhat can relate to this, to almost a moment like this. Damn. Fuck, man. That's pretty good though. Next we do this one then. We get the other fail before we get the good luck chucker. Okay. Wait, which one did I pick before? I picked the other answers one before, right? Oh, I gotta turn that back on. Okay. Your calorie goal though. I hate that calorie. I don't know if that's the healthiest way to look at it, but I trust you. Okay. Okay. I think I did. There gotta be another answer here, so I'm gonna assume catch the catfish in her river of lies. Almost. It's like You know how this shit goes. It's time to sit down, just the two of you, to talk through some hard truths before asking Jane if they want to meet for a tense but hopefully cathartic confrontation, which you'll have to film, of course. Shit. Okay, it's go time. You take a deep breath and call her out like the slick sleuth you are. You know she's been pretending to be friends with Jane online. Oh, this is far cuter than I expected. Both the situation and your little self, I mean. I have in no way been doing that. It is more refreshing than I would have thought, though, to be reminded that there are dramas with stakes like these out there. In the midst of all of this, her eyebrows pull together as her gaze goes right through you. You turn around, but there's nothing out there. While some of my moves, more personal and political, have brought my path across her. Family. I haven't interfered directly with Jane's life. I don't intend to start. Can you say the same, friend? Is there a way you justify the strings you're pulling? I won't stop you, of course. I have my own matters to attend to. This is only food for thought, and I can see you are intellectually unnerved. It just might be worth your while to contemplate the repercussions of the paths you're on. Did you just have any further did you have any further questions, or did you come all this way just for that? You really aren't sure. Man, it seems like all you do is contemplate your path. You feel all turned around inside. She's calling you dumb. I figured that much at least. Talking to whoever this is making you feel like you stayed up too late staring at the moon. Got all fucked up about existence till you felt too stupid to think anymore. It's interesting just seeing the definition and not someone like doing the I forget what it's called. I guess pronunciation of the word. No, that hasn't been a thing for a while. That means I'm just messing up too many words, I assume. No. The moon got all fucked up with existence until he felt too stupid to think anymore. But like in a good way. You stare blankly at her while you try to remember your purpose. I will go ahead and take that as a no. Good luck, friend. She shuts the door and you turn, bewildered, back toward the long driveway. Well, okay then. You sure met someone. It definitely wasn't Roxy. And you don't think whatever just happened counts as friendship, so you guess this one's a loss. Was it because you cheated at traveling like a regular person? Friendless and rudderless? You start the long, pointless walk of penance to somewhere. Oh. Okay. Moms are cool, but so are friends. It's not just moms, you tell her. You can definitely take her to go see one of her friends, and she already has too. Like what? Like right now? If she wants, yeah. You're down for whatever. Is it weird to be so nervous about that? Don't get me wrong, I want to see the fuck out of some friends. Plop my eyes right on those guys. Followed, of course, by hogs. Hogs. It's just a really big thing and I'm feeling a little dizzy, even thinking about even picking one. Yeah. You haven't met all of her friends yet, but you know just enough about all the various dynamics for that to make sense. And hey, there's no need to rush. You take her somewhere else, just the two of you. That way she can still get out of the house and see something new. And you guys can sit and talk through who to go see rather than just leaping right in. Yeah, okay. That sounds chill. Where to then, my cosmic taxi friend? Let's start with somewhere chill, you say, and she nods. Like many things about Earth, there are places you know exist but that you have no memory of ever having been to. They're just a part of your cultural knowledge, learned by your past self, and later subsumed into the ever-widening miasma of your mind. You pick one of those places, somewhere that feels like at one point it could have been something you cared about. It looks like a forest at first, but the pine trees have been shaped by wind. You turn, and the earth in front of you butts up against the ancient stone of an outcropping. It stretches out below your feet in the long, striated arch until it curves into nothingness. Beyond it is an endless sea of mountains, rolling and rolling, fading deep green to blue as they turn into sky. The sun is just below the horizon. Oh, it's so open. Her voice is the quietest it's ever been since you met her. Her bright, boisterous charm. Lulled into awe, you ask her if she thinks this will work. Are you shitting me? Buster, I have never seen a more gorgeous thing in my entire existence. We are gonna take a fucking seat and soak in this nature with every one of our pores. The visible ones, I mean. Don't go getting any ideas. Or do, to be aged. You could be doing naked cartwheels right now and I wouldn't even notice because, as I said previously, my eyes are slurping up these sights. Fair. You're not agile enough for that, clothed or otherwise. But you're glad she likes it here. The two of you sit for a while, soaking it in. This is a scheduled free life you lead, so however long it takes her to talk is fine with you. It doesn't take too long though. So, you met Jane. Jake too, if I'm not wrong. They talked about you some, but they've been more busy hanging out with you than talking about you if I'm how about Strider? He hasn't said anything about you, and I like to think he'd tell me we got the first visitor of his whole life, but maybe he wouldn't be ready to share with me. It's a pretty big thing for me, and for him it'd be even bigger. He seems poised to continue hypothesizing about him for a while, so you go ahead and tell her that no, you haven't met him, but you sure haven't heard a lot about him from Jake. Lol, yeah. What? What, would you get different versions of things from her? How far in this drama you want to get? You're already pretty far entrenched, as far as you can tell, so she might as well fill you in on the rest. Okay, so, I'm about to lay it all out there for ya, because I trust you, and also, I don't know what to do about it all, and I need some farm fresh opinions might be just what I need. The way she turns to you and clutches her hands together, launching directly into the story. You'd never think she was new to slumber party gossip. We got quite the love quadrangle going down in this friend group. Janie and Dirk are both into Jake, which, like, fair. He's very sweet and a hunk no matter how you slice it. Jake, as you may know, is a wild card here. No idea who he might go for, which is also fair if I am to continue to be a referee here, because Jane is a stone cold fox. Luscious babe going a heck of places. And Dirk is... he's just about perfect. So... She trails off and wrinkles up her nose as she looks back out over the mountains. Her gaze is heavy with longing. Don't you me. What? Just seems like she's leading up to her spot in the quadrangle is all. Yeah, well. I'm in there. Liking the last one I mentioned. Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing it again? Oh, just for a minute you couldn't tell which direction she was headed. You thought she might be jealous of Dirk himself by the way she looked when she said all that. But it's that she has feelings for him? You're just trying to keep up. Roxy laughs and covers her face. God damn, called out here on the top of the fucking world. You're not wrong, I guess. In a way. Not to continue the vicious call out, but earlier it was her mom she said she tried to be like. And now it's Dirk? You're like the president of the universe at trying to figure out who you are and trying on different ways of being to see what fits. So no judgment there. It's just that it seems like she has a lot of questions about who she wants to be, which is legit as hell. That's life, baby. Yeah, I guess that's the whole thing, you know. I wanted to be like her because she's my family and like the only person I knew about for so long. Then I met him and I was like, oof, there's more unlockable options? Who knew? Maybe I could've... Okay, I do have feelings for him to be sure, but you're right. Sometimes with him, it does get all mixed up. You ever not sure if you want to be somebody or with somebody? I mean, I like the me I made from nothing, and I don't want every single piece of his bullshit, of course, but he's like this shadow just out of my range of vision, like some kind of what if. Me if I had just been, okay, I don't know. No, IDK, if this makes sense, any fucking sense outside my own head though. What's that you said about that turn ways mirror? No. Let's you hop on that universe, jump in train and see where it takes us. Metaphorically, I mean. I'm not ready to move a single ass cheek off this bitchin' rock yet. It's all metaphorical anyways. Well, not the multiple universes thing. That's pretty much a fact as far as you can tell. But the turning yourself inside out bit, whatever it is about him that she just feels pulling at her, this thing she wants for herself is probably bigger than him anyway. He's just the person who made her notice it. Same as it was with her mom. And anyway, it turns out lots of opinions are unlockable once you realize some locks were in your brain to begin with. Damn funny. Is this what it's always like to talk to friends face to face? Is this when it's always like to talk to friends face to face? Calling up piles of deep, meaningful truths left and right? Or is this just a you thing? You have absolutely no way of knowing, but you do know it happens to you a lot. It's different every time though, and it never gets old. Good, because I feel like this got up layer 1 all of my thoughts and feelings about this stuff. I'm a little too afraid to dig deeper, but if you're there with me, maybe we'll find some shit in there and not just big empty question marks. Shit, yeah. You can go for round 2 whenever. Your game keep digging at identity all day if she wants though. Did they come? Oh, though they did come up here to decide who to visit, right? Does this mean the choice is Dirk? God, IDK, man. Yeah, maybe. Eventually. I want to see all 3 of them plus another friend I haven't mentioned yet, but you'd get along with her because she's also an alien. But I might want to start with my kid mom who is visitable. Not yet though. Lol, I never would have thought I'd be putting this off any longer than I had to, but meeting you has been the first best thing I ever did. Oh wait, first of the best things I ever did. I want to sit and stew in this friend suit with you for a bit longer. And then savor the bites of my other friend sips when I can. However ready to eat or not I might be. So this metaphor is getting away from me. Can you take over? You're not sure how salvageable it is, but yeah. You're down to simmer with her as long as she wants. You think she and her teen mom will get along very well. Shared mom trauma and drama included, whenever it comes time to introduce them. She shouldn't worry about being perfectly ready either. You haven't skipped ahead to see who she becomes, but you're pretty confident she has it in her to be someone she can be proud of and comfortable being. Someone that can look back on this Roxy with kindness too, no matter what choices she ends up making. You gonna make me cry again, please? No. Phew. Also, not that I'm gonna forget today ever, but I should document. She pulls up her phone and holds it up to the frame to frame her shot. She is glowing in the light of the sunrise. Oh, of sunrise. You watch her. You watch the sun. You watch the fog curl through the valleys below. Okay, now a selfie. She drapes her arms over your shoulder and points the camera at the both of you. Boom. Work it. Oh yeah, that one's cute as fuck. She messes with her phone, opening a chat with someone whose handle you don't recognize. You wonder as she sends the photo their way, if it's that alien friend. It'd be cool if Roxy was friends with a troll you hadn't met yet. Hey, you there? I guess not, but it's okay. I just want to say hi. I know we didn't talk much about the game not being on anymore. Last time, we got to chatting, but I guess we're both feeling it. And I got so many more updates for you when you're back online, so get hype. Oh no. Oh. And check out this choice as view I'm peeping right now as preview. Thinking of you, TTLY. Oh no. It's time to get comfy on this rock. You may end up being here for a while, since Roxy's not quite ready to get zapped anywhere else, which, when you consider it, is fine. There's a difference, you think, between inaction and patience. There, a small, weighty change is made in stillness. You worried you chose too much. You choose too much. And Roxy afraid she was robbed of choice from the start. Meet in the middle? She pockets the phone and grins at you. You lean back on your elbows and tilt your head up toward the sky. Chillin'. Boom. Okay. Drum roll? Okay. Okay. I guess it's time for Horse Boy. Horse Lad? Dirk Strider. Okay, I saw a post talking about. How was it on Twitter? I think I saw a post on Twitter talking about which characters would you be okay naming your kid after, or like a kid being named after would be like okay. In my mind, I feel like there's only one name that you can't name your kid after, and that's Dirk Strider. Like maybe the first name, but if you like mix in his last name anywhere, it's over. It's over. That kid will get bullied, and there's nothing you can do to stop that when the name sounds that close to Dick Ryder. It is. That's like the only name I can think of that would be an awful name to name your kid, just because of this. They would probably get bullied in that aspect. I couldn't imagine naming a kid Dick Ryder or anything that could be morphed into that. Volume 14. Just go ahead now. Can't wait for Dirk to decapitate himself. You've come a long way. You've made a lot of friends and managed to keep them all. You're helping them grow, and you're growing alongside them while also entrenching yourself in some ridiculous nonsense along the way. I think there's someone named Gay Bowser. Gay Bowser's not as bad as Dick Ryder, though. Like, Dick Ryder, that's bad. Gay Bowser, like, that's kind of cool. Like, come on. No. First names, yes. But Dirk Strider. Dirk Strider's too close. You just can't do it. It would be one of those names where you could like, where you deserve some sort of like divine intervention in your life if you name a kid like that. You're helping them grow, and you're growing alongside them while also entrenching yourself in some ridiculous nonsense along the way. Living, laughing, loving, shitting, and farting. Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. I was so confused. As it is right and in balance, you think so. Anyway, you're still on the lookout for any specific bits of meaning to help nail down your sense of purpose as it careens every which way according to the whims of friendship and fancy. Holy Tumblr humor. It's Homestuck. It's all Tumblr humor. Oh, okay, that's a lie. I feel like a good chunk of it actually isn't. Like, actual Homestuck is all a good chunk isn't Tumblr humor. But then a lot of it becomes like Tumblr humor. There's a natural flow to this all. Trolls in sets of 12, give or take, since some come in pairs as you think back to your first round of friends. Kids in sets of 4. You've had time to realize about the Earths you've been hoping been hopping between. A kid on one is an adult on the other. I need... wait, I need to... It's been weirdly relieving seeing multiple versions of your friends. Not that you seem to be bound by any of the same rules that they are. It's just that, as someone whose self has been scattered to the winds of time, regathered thanks to Aradia, and it's still not fully stable, it's kind of nice to see that it's not just you out there trying different shit out, self-wise. When you think about the last friend left to visit in this set, you can't help but feel a bit guilty with everything Jake told you about him. And from what you know of Dave's bro, you're not exactly meeting him with a clean slate. You haven't let anyone else's complicated personality traits hold you back from finding a way to befriend them, though. And you're not about to start now. You'll find a way to make it work. God, isn't it fun having such a complicated and nuanced tangle of interpersonal relationships within your friend group? Isn't it such a delightful challenge? Anyway, the point is it's time to go meet Dirk. So you go. You don't know much about where he lives, except that it's in the future, like Roxy minus chess guys. You zap on over what should almost definitely be the perfect distance from his door. And we fucking fallen. Yup. There's a moment where you are weightless, suspended in midair like a cartoon coyote man. Or like the cartoon coyote man, whose name you cannot remember because suddenly you are plummeting downward. And that takes all of your attention. From what you can see in flashes as you spin head over heels, the thing you are rapidly approaching is the ocean. Oh, damn. Before you achieve game fucking over, and before you even begin, you stall yourself with a zap in and out of reality, appearing just a few inches above the water. You land with a delicate splash. Now that the immediate threat of death has passed, you look up, metal rising up from the water in a towering scaffold. Turk must live in the building up there. God damn it. You haul yourself up onto the janky platform at the corner of the scaffolding, a few above water rungs upward, and get your shit together. It's not much to look at. You probably wouldn't even be able to spot it from a distance, but it'll do. In a minute, you can pop back up to the top floor. But you should wring yourself out first. There's a chair, which is weird. You sit in it.
That was a slick fucking trick. Not the stealing my seat bit, though. I do respect your presumptuous ass placement choices, too. I mean, the entrance, nice save.
You whirl around, but there's no one there, aside from the endless ocean. And, the only shit in sight is the stuff on the platform. Which now that you are considering it, kind of reminds you of one of those outdoor man caves you sometimes see at rich people's houses. The kind where you don't know enough about electricity to get why rain just doesn't fuck the whole thing up. Except instead of like a grill and a TV and an ashtray with an old cigar in it. It's a few screens. Oh man, our mosquitoes are alive now. Damn. It's a few screens, a keyboard, and a turntable and a speaker. a couple of hoverboard-looking things, and some complicated aquatic equipment. Both situations contain a mini fridge. Dirk? You say his name, and hope he shows up. After Roxy, you really thought you weren't going to be bamboozled by another fake-out meeting. But who the fuck knows? Maybe this guy is a ghost. No, that's stupid.
Well, well, when it only.
Where is he?
There's no need to get freaked out about it. I'm just talking through the speakers. Or, more accurately, I'm just sending data through a text-to-speech converter, which is playing through the speakers. This isn't a function I've ever had occasion to dust off, so this is genuinely thrilling. Thank you for trying and failing so miserably to break and entering the pursuit of friendship or whatever you were doing.
Oh, you do your best. Is there a place he'd want to meet, maybe? So you could talk in meet space?
That's not exactly my forte. Let's just keep chatting like this for a bit, bro to bro. You can use the computer if the power of my voice is getting to be too much for you. It almost is for me, if I'm being honest here.
From above, there's a metallic whirring sound.
Ah shit. Danny's home.
You look up, and Dirk is rappelling down the scaffolding at an alarming speed. That's pretty good. I like this bit. Damn, they didn't draw his feet. That looks kind of goofy. But I did just say feet, I guess.
The jig is up. So we might as well ramp this shit up.
Dirk swings in, landing with both feet on the platform. He straightens and stares at you, chin up. Well, you think he's staring at you. He's wearing shades, which you expected.
It's been real, and don't worry, I won't be far. I never am.
Neither Dirk's hands nor his mouth are moving, but his voice is still playing over the speakers. Your smile is nervous and probably too full of teeth. What's going on?
So you're the friendable alien I've heard about. I thought for a moment you already ate it, but I see you Peter Pan that shit. I'm not unimpressed.
He says this the regular way, with his mouth. It should put you at ease, but it does not. Does he not remember talking about that already? You tell him it's nice to talk face to face, since you thought he didn't want to a minute ago, when you first met.
Oh, that wasn't me.
Oh, you thought... Lol, wait, what? It wasn't?
No, you just met a divergently evolved copy of my 13-year-old brain. The use of the speaker system is new, but it makes sense. He'd up his game for interfering with relationships I'm busy forging in 3D. I guess I should go ahead and be proud of him for it.
Well, damn. Okay, did you say relationships he's busy forging?
Isn't that your whole thing? I was under the impression that you were here to befriend me. My friends haven't exactly kept quiet about you. I just figured you were saving the best for last.
Oh, no, that's right. That is your thing. You just thought he might be more of a challenge. Wait, are you friendship negging him right now? Is that what's happening? How did it come to this?
Well, hold on. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay then, never mind. I guess it's working. Might as well roll with it.
Don't have to ask this one just because I know the gig. I still expect you to friend who the shit out of me. Blitz the fuck out of my friendship chakra until I see the universe's heart through its asshole and what have you.
Buddy, you've been around the friendship block a time or two. He has no reason to worry. You have full confidence in your ability to show him the friendship of time of his life.
Oh, I'm ready. I have a list of my deepest secrets ready to unload on you right here, right now, if you think you can take it.
He sure is talking a big game of preparedness, but you're not sure. But you're not sure how true it all is. Every line of muscle in his body is held in excruciating placidity. You've never seen a jaw so purposely unclenched. It's almost like he's begging you to call him on it. Damn, you do not call him on it. You're not sure how he'd get the idea that you could half-ass this of all things. You'll just prove it to him with your deeds. It seems like that might be his love language. With that in mind, you hold your fist out for him to bump.
Right, yes, daps. The universal signal of brohood. Sacrosanct across all of space-time.
You would be honored to give him his first. The corner of his mouth twitches. Not quite a smile.
What kind of monster would I have to be to refuse you?
You do the thing. If he is having a moment about having touched another person for the first time, he isn't showing it, which is fine. Each at their own pace. Right.
So now that we've got that handled, what's next on the agenda? Do we leap straight into this heartfelt Q&A, or are we going to an activity first?
Man, what should you do next? You're not used to your friends giving you the third degree about your process, so you're a little out of step. You can't tell if he's genuinely curious or if he knows he's unbalancing you. Either way, it's intense. You look around for inspiration. Grilling? Nah, you're not a couple of dads. Oh, the high-tech scuba gear could be cool. The tingle of choice pricks at your neck.
I'm not sure you have the musculature to hold that up. No offense. I didn't have your little stick figure proportions in mind when I designed it. And it's built more for looks and weight efficiency, so I don't think you'd last long in it. You're not missing much though. It's not particularly thrilling down there anyway.
Oh, phew. Good point. So we're not gonna get any choice in this one, I guess. You can totally see yourself sinking like a stone, flailing your arms in a vain attempt at trying to look cool while swimming, clawing at metal clasp to free yourself. Zapping out as a last resort, but misjudging distance due to the distracting water in your mouth. It all going black as you wonder why you didn't learn better when you hung out with a fairy. What? Damn, that was a pretty detailed thought trail. Haha, weird. Anyway, you could just hang out at his place instead.
The classic option works for me.
You hold out your hand to zap him alongside you, but he doesn't take it.
I'll meet you there.
His inflection tilts up at the end. A sound shaped like a question. He wants you to construe the meaning of yourself. What's the alternative? You piggyback riding as he climbs all the way up? He shrugs.
Yes, if you're up for it. I typically rocket board up, but a grueling climb is as good a way as any to kill a morning, so either way.
You consider your options. As much as you want to see if he actually has it in him to beast you up an entire tower, rocket boarding sounds infinitely more fun. You tell him as much.
Hop on then.
Ah, no, the other one was cooler. Okay. He kicks it into place and fires it up, offering you his hand. You don't have anything to lose but another life, so you take it. Steadily, but fast enough so you have to cling to his shirt for safety, you fly upward. He circles the tower a few times, in no hurry to make it to the top. That, or he's showing off? You don't think that's it, but you're still working it out. The confidence in the way his body moves now, the subtle shifts in weight to steer the machine, it all feels genuine. Like this is much more comfortable thing for him than the conversation was. The wind whips your face. There's sea in every direction. You land on top of the tower. He waits for you to hop down before doing the same. Then kick flips the rocket board into quiescence?
Here we are. Home sweet home. I hope you're prepared for just how homey this shit is too. I've had nothing but time to flex my massive decor muscles.
Oh shit. Huh. It looks nicer in here than it did in the comic. Maybe he tidied up a little bit. You follow him inside into his room, like you have with everyone else. It's full of shit, like everyone else. Unlike everyone else, he leans against his workbench, calm and collected and clearly, with every fiber of his being, waiting for your judgment. You wonder if it's weird how you can tell that about him, since it doesn't seem like he's putting a lot of effort into the facade. You aren't sure if he's unpracticed at having an audience, or if you're just extra good at reading people by now. Maybe it's the shades that are messing with you. They're nothing new. After Dave, but with Dirk it's almost like he'd be less penetrable without them. You try and focus on the decor, as he clearly wants you to. What do we got going on? Oh, okay. There are themes of puppets, horses, robots, and musical equipment. It's got the post-ironic whimsy of Dave's style, which you figured makes sense considering this universe's Dave has had a hand in stocking it. But this with a dash of Equi's unabashed taste. That's a bit of a surprise, but sure. Martha Stewart would fall onto her knees weeping at her defeats, you tell him.
Utterly destroyed by my feng shui and my cinder block placement.
She'd retire on the spot, you say. The more you play off this joke, the more he seems to loosen up for real, so you continue. Much better than scuba diving trip already. What's down there anyway?
The ruins of 21st century civilization, mostly.
Oh shit, yeah. Boring as hell. He pauses and tilts his head considering.
I wouldn't call them boring necessarily. It's more that I find it cosmically frustrating to swim in literally any radial line and find nothing but the waste leftovers of a dead city. Aside from being dependent on it as a source of food, the ocean mostly functions for me as a suffocating and inescapable natural barrier between me and the rest of the human history. It's a constant lapping reminder of my situation, so I'm not often hyped to pile the decibars on. Not sure how well my deep personal beef with the imagery of the sea will land for you, but there it is. I think it might not be so offensive to me where the metaphor less blatant. It's embarrassing. Anyway, there's the first of my layers off. Feels fresh. Let's keep going. What else have you got?
It's a little unsettling how direct he's being about the friendship building process. But it's not like you haven't been categorically pushy to achieve that title with literally everyone you have memory of having met. So, fair game. You're sure you can come up with some things you've been curious about. If he's ready to dive in the deep end, and if he'll forgive the continued aquatic figurative language, the love quadrangle, the questionable settings on the robotic gift choice for his would-be paramour, the differences of opinion on playing the game. He seems to be enjoying the theatricality of the friendship metagaming dance you're doing. So you amp it up for him. You clasp your hands behind your back and pace his room as you monologue, pausing for effect when the impulse strikes you. Okay. As you talk, you consider which would be the right issue to end on. To really zing him into opening up. Maybe his feelings about his universe is Dave? Or just for fun, maybe where the horse shtick comes from. Depending on which you choose, you could end up...
Lulled as I am to interrupt this Ace Attorney monologue, I wouldn't touch that.
Awful. You look... Awful. You look down at where you were about to dramatically place your hand, and there's a goddamn sword there, haphazardly stored in the hands of some fucking dead-eyed puppets. Again, your brain careens down a fleeting pathway, accidental pressure, a clean slice, blood, and a lot of...
Leave the katanas from the big boys. Although, if you want to touch a weapon, holy shit, do I have an idea?
Oh shit. He scoots by you and reaches into the corner of the room, coming up and holding a really shitty blue sword. Oh shit. Sword is a loose term though, and honestly, holding is too. An object so shitty you can barely focus on it is sort of clipping through his hand. He holds it out to you as best he can.
In the name of the succulent convergence of science and horseshit, I need you to see what happens when you touch this thing.
You reach out and take it from his hands. It steadies under your grasp. Dirk hops up onto his workbench and to sit and observe, and you slice it through the air a time or two. Okay.
Absolutely goddamn incredible. Something about your narrative liminality and rudimentary form must allow you to actually wield this piece of shit artifact I inherited from my bro. The implications of this are likely jack fucking nothing, but it's still easily the best thing I've ever seen.
He's leaning forward, laughing, dimples carved into his freckled cheeks. There's a small twist in your heart about it, and you can't place why.
You're really just able to hold that fucking thing.
He clears his throat and settles down, adjusting his glasses.
Thanks for that. Anyway, where were we? Oh, right. We were attempting to locate my weak points. Did you want to keep adding to the list or to zero in on one option? So far, short answers are 1. A quartet of teens with not a lot of choices. What do you expect? 2. Call up my autoresponder if you want us to hash that one out. 3. It's all under control.
You guess it all boils down to the same general topic really. His friends. That's where this whole thing always ends up anyway, right? Especially since you're his pathway to being able to hang out with them now. Dirk shrugs. Huh. You'd have thought he'd have a stronger opinion about that one. Doesn't he want to hang out with his friends? Doesn't he want to finally meet Jake? He wrinkles his face like you've shoved a lemon in his mouth.
Come on, dude. You can't just spirit me away to the person I want to see the most right off the bat. At least make me try and earn it first.
Oh. He shifts his weight. The light from the window bounces off his choppy mirror, while the ocean is bright against his back. Does he have to earn it? You mean, doesn't he think it's a bit hard? It's been hard enough already? His laugh this time is hollow.
Is there a cap on that?
You're not sure, but your whole existence is a series of cheat codes. So what else does he expect from you? You whip the sword around a few times to prove your point, but it kind of makes you dizzy to watch, so you put it back in the corner. And anyway, you know he'll cave at some point. How else is he going to get to see them, now that the game is off? He shrugs again. What?
What?
He does know they're not playing anymore, right? Like, they're even talking about a larger operation to shut down the whole thing down for everybody. The whole thing down for everyone on the planet.
I know they think that's what's happening, but I'm not worried about it. They'll all play when the time comes.
How in the world does he know that? Last you checked with any of them, they had all moved on.
I haven't gotten around to convincing them yet, but I will. It's clear that you've spent a lot of time with them, but they're my friends too. I think I know what they'll do.
His dismissiveness is raising your hard-to-raise hackles. That's not really the point, though, you say. Won't trying to get them back on the board just amp up the conflict in his friend group? And more importantly, why bother trying to make that choice for them? He doesn't even need the game anymore. You can just take him to see them. He can skip the machinations and just like that, hang out with his friends without having to prove anything to anyone. It's easy. The slight tightening of his eyebrows is the only thing that shows his frustration. The rest of him is still. The vowels in his drawl are slick and sharp, black ice on curved country road.
It's not that simple. You don't think I don't want to see him? Do you think I tear off a single page of my sweet bro and hella Jeff trademark one a day calendar without thinking about that? There are a lot of cards in the hands there, which I'm not sure you're truly appreciating the importance of. I can't just fold mine and hope your shit works out instead. Things are in motion. Things have been in motion since before I was born. You just can't stop them without massive fallout.
Yeah. You're not saying you know all the answers, just that you know some of them. And you feel like he could trust you a little bit. He looks at you like you've slapped him.
Trust you?
Well, yeah. A weak puff of air leaves his mouth as he shakes his head.
This entire morning has been an exercise in trust.
Has it? Dirk is still for a minute. He's probably still staring at you behind those shades. When he speaks again, his voice is steady, but the room is heavy with every ounce of tension he's suppressing.
Okay, let's sketch this out. What are the parameters of vulnerability that would count if the ones I'm extending don't?
You were just freewheeling there, but you guess you gotta come up with something concrete for him. Okay, how's this? He does all this dangerous scuba diving and sword fighting and rocket boarding shit that could go sideways at any moment, but he wouldn't even let you zap him? There's an example.
Okay, yes, that's true. I want to be the only one in charge of endangering my own life, and you got me. But trust isn't only meaningful if it's given completely or in terms of physical safety. I've been preparing myself for this, for you. Ever since I heard you were making the rounds, I was ready to.
He trails off, shaking his head. His wordlessness seems to frustrate him more than anything you've said. He seems really unpracticed at getting riled up, and you wonder how often someone pushes his buttons like this. You're not really sure how the two of you got to this point. Argumentative isn't your main mode either, and you can tell you pushed too far.
Never mind. Here.
He hops off the workbench, rolls his shoulders, and grabs your hand.
Do it.
You don't ask where. He picks somewhere close by, but scary enough for his thrill-seeker ass to feel like it was worth all the effort. And the air up at the top of the tower of Dirk's roof is calmer than you'd have thought it would be. He drops your hand and steps back, leaning against the landing. Oh no.
Crashed it.
See, sometimes trying new shit and trusting people with your well-being can be fine. Sometimes all you need is a friend to prove to you that they have your back. Dirk scrunches his face up like you're embarrassing him. You mean, empirically speaking, it seems like what just happened is a solid proof that...
Okay, yeah, I get it. Thanks.
He's smiling, so you don't push into that thank you. But you do wonder, after a minute of looking out over the ocean with him, if it's time to scoot things along. You aren't in a hurry, really, but you were getting somewhere before, even if it was a little uncomfortable. He's trying. Maybe harder than anyone has actively tried to befriend you yet. The fact that you think that is still sort of funny to you. But maybe Dirk isn't this transparent to everyone? Maybe it's just you and your non-stop thirst to know people. How much has this boy wanted to be known? You remember your earlier skepticism about him and laugh to yourself. You haven't had to make yourself try to like him at all. You just do. Weird uptight shit and everything. There's a lot of dirt going on in there. But you're ready to try and understand him more. It's what you do. So you press on. Oh. Try one more time and convince him to drop the idea of playing the game. Give it a rest and talk to him about something else. We force him. Holy shit, this is excruciating. Oh.
No. Holy shit, this is excruciating. I keep thinking if I ignore this bullshit, it will all sort itself out, but Christ. I don't need to see this. No one needs to see this.
What the fuck?
Huh.
Wait, can he not hear? You've stopped the choice train once before, yourself, but you've never been interrupted by someone else.
I thought we were having a chill bro moment until you just now. I have no clue what you're talking about.
I can't believe I was ever this
pathetic.
Fetch me my pantaloons. Are my pantaloons ready? Are they fucking pressed?
Dirk, you had all day, every day to do nothing but get swollen, both body and mind, and this is how you spent your time? Looking wistfully at the sky? No wonder you're out here falling for this friend simp's weak shit overtures.
Oh my god, what? Oh, well. Once again, you find yourself looking around for a Dirk, who is nowhere to be found. Regular Dirk, who you were finally getting somewhere with, is looking at you like you've lost your last marble. Dirk really doesn't hear that. It sounds like him, just like him, older and meaner.
No, dude, are you okay? Fine, if your meager little brain needs me to assume corporeal form in order to process this, I'll do it.
Oh. Oh shit. Damn. Damn.
Face your eyes.
Oh, Dirk looks so fucking cool. For some reason, I'm thinking of that. Oh man, I'm thinking of that kick streamer Clavicle right now because of I can't remember it. It's fucking Kick has millions of streams for like clips of all their streamers. Something that going around about him like being off of his testosterone or something. And I just keep picturing like this, but like losing all of the hyper masculinity of it, like the jawbone going weak, the jaw going weaker, him being like less muscularly defined. He just look like a normal kind of nerdy guy. Face your eyes. For old time's sake, hit the button. Holy shit.
Holy shit. Sup, Dirk? I'll get to you in a minute. I have to deal with this little meddler first.
He turns to you and you step back reflexively. Your eyes flick to your Dirk, who is staring, mouth slack, at his older self. Damn, he's a white belt though.
I've let you piss around for far too long. To be fair to myself, which is important, I have had a lot on my plate. Creating a whole species from scratch isn't child's play.
Oh, interesting.
So I'll let this go on, figuring you'd fuck up and die for real. You keep coming back and it's getting out of hand. The plan is this. Let my man Dirk do his thing. You fuck off and let people live their arcs. I'm gonna clean up your mess and then get back to being God. While this timeline continues on as it's supposed to. Are we good?
Jesus. Alternate timelines and multiple selves aren't anything particularly new to you, you think. But you still don't know what you got. So far up his ass here. Oh. No, what? Oh yeah. No, we're not good. You were in the middle of something. A sacred rite of friendship to be fucked up by no one but yourself. You don't know what kind of stuff the future holds. But that isn't your purview. This is. And he's the one interrupting that. Damn, MSP 8th reader? Kind of based.
Oh my god. I can't work like this. You have to understand the scales we're working with.
He flicks you upside the temple, and you feel instantly like your brain got strapped to the nose and rocket shipped on liftoff. Nose of a rocket ship on liftoff. Oh, this would be too cool. Okay. You see a young man standing in his bedroom. Wait, you know him? Oh my god. I seen my wives, the three of them. I wonder why they chose the panels they chose. Like why choose like the Dirk art one that he shared with Caliborn? Your eyes roll back in your head and you feel his story rush into you, panel by panel, page by page. Some of it you remember from when you were trapped in Doc Scratch's apartment. And other stuff is newer, raw and sweet and sickening. Honks and caws and glubs and bloods froth together in synaptical transmutation of an unholy cultural zeitgeist that jolts through you like light, blasting down your cerebral cortex and out through your clenched teeth. When it's done, you collapse to the floor. Oh, fuck. You remember it. You remember Homestuck. It's also fresh, too. So many of your friends dead. Some of them more than once. Shit. Shit. Dirk. You open your eyes and Dirk is standing over you, his hand on your shoulder.
Oh, good. You're alive. You're starting to freak me out. Almost as much as shredded and deranged me over there is freaking me out. But let's just take this all a step at a time. Anyway, now that you're up, what just happened? Future me was being a real cryptic dick while you were conked out. Patience is a virtue, Dirk. I just have to get our time traveling buddy informed first, so they can make the right call.
Shit. Okay. You don't know where to begin. You look at Dirk's face, not even trying to hide his concern for you, and holy shit, you care about him. You care about him before you knew every tiny fucked up detail about his life. And now, with a reminder of where his story leads, leaning smugly against the railing, you find you still do. He's intense and pushy and profoundly complicated, and right now he is helping you to your feet, his hand steady and firm on your back as you find your balance. You look back and forth between the two of them, trying to organize your thoughts as Dirk waits for you to respond. This isn't as simple as an evil Dirk and a good one. If you've learned anything from your travels, it is that everyone has the capacity for hurt inside them, and everyone has the capacity for love. It's just a matter of proportion, of choice, of circumstance, of time, and, if you're being fair, of interpretation too. Part of you wants to grab Dirk and run to save him from this trajectory he's on. But then, if you claim that level of control, are you really any better than Ultimate Dirk is himself? Who the fuck are you to make these choices for other people? What gives you the right to wrench canon from the people it belongs to, the people it is about? Why does it always come back to you, making a fucking choice?
Go ahead and answer him. I'll correct you if you got anything wrong, don't worry.
Oh, you bet he fucking will, you say. No doubts there. You pause your internal debate. You take a deep breath and explain things to your friend. This is the Mega Dirk, the combo of all splinters of Dirk, fermenting in his flesh container and not holding on to his shit nearly as well as he likes to pretend. Ultimate Dirk,
You wish.
You ignore him and continue explaining. Ultimate Dirk has done a lot of heinous shit to the people he used to care about, to the people Dirk cares about. And he just blame blasted you with the memories you used to have of. Among other things, everything that will ever happen to Dirk and his friends in the future, all in order to convince you to try to keep everything on that path. He wants the same thing Dirk just finished arguing with you about, wanting a future where they play the game. Dirk is still staring at Ultimate Dirk's shit. You keep going, telling him you know it might be far-fetched from his vantage point, but this is the path he goes down. Dirk finally speaks.
No, I can see it. I mean, if anyone was going to pull in I'm you but stronger, it would be all of me combined. Exactly. So we should all be on the same page. Vis a vis. Vice a vice? What we all need to do. Which starts with the flat fuck going back to wherever they came from, and the rest of us going back to our regularly scheduled programming.
God, you can't even look at this guy. You think, as you look at him, he's so smug, strapped so far down the path he's planned for himself that he can't even entertain the idea that he could be wrong without it tearing him apart. The more you look at him, the more you can't stand him. Prince of Heart-ass bastard destroying everything you worked hard to make. Fuck. Forget all that stuff you were worried about before. How dare you let yourself be convinced he could be right? Oh. Oh, whoa. Sorry, I just had like messages in the thing I wanted to look at. Okay, thank you, Discord. That was a very important message. Someone sent the group chat saying they forgot how much they like steamed broccoli. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You forget all that stuff you worried about before. How dare you let yourself be convinced he could be right? Your allegiance is not to the story, but to the people within. No matter what. Do you have a plan for how to protect your friends without the tenets of canon? No. Do you give a single shitting fuck? Also no. You know he could end you immediately, but you feel freed by the number of times you've died. Do not fear him. He's not your concern. You turn to Dirk. You're sorry, you say, but fuck this guy. Don't listen to him. Everything you just remembered, all the stuff he was using to... This was for the epilogue haters. MSPR is an epilogue hater. Okay. You're sorry, you say, but fuck this guy. Don't listen to him. Everything you just remembered, all the stuff he was using to prove his point, it only makes you even more sure of what you said before. That Dirk can still be happy without all that. He doesn't have to play the game to beat it.
Well, listen to them trying to boss you around like that, Dirk. I'll tell you what you don't do. Don't for a second think I'm too far gone to remember what it's like to be you. To pretend you haven't wanted to know what I know, to align every part of yourself until you know it, all feel it at all. Don't be afraid of becoming who you need to become. The ends always justifies the means, Dirk. We know this.
Fuck that. You're sorry to yell, but you never yell this. You never yell this much. But fuck that. This bitch can't bear the thought of a timeline existing without his influence or even his worldview that everything has to be painful to matter. Things are already painful enough. He doesn't have to work overtime to create more pain just so he can feel like he's in control of how much punishment he gets and how badly he deserves it. Because Dirk doesn't deserve it, you say, and you look at the one you mean it for. He's not looking back at you. He's looking at Ultimate Dirk, and there's something about the soft, fallen arch of his eyebrows that just folds you up and eats you whole. It's longing like you've never seen in your life, deep and consuming, with a silver glint of loathing. He's going to drown in it if you don't do something. What could you do, you wonder? You care about him, and he does care about you to a degree. You know Dirk now, and you know how he loves, though it's fierce to a definite fault. He does not do it easily. You're not the one who can get him through this. He hasn't known you long enough, but you can be a bridge. But to whom? Part of you wants to test out a few things, to throw a couple friends at the wall to see what sticks. It doesn't sit right with you right now, though. It's messy, and you know Dirk would hate having his feelings experimented on like that. Even after all this, you find yourself not wanting to do that to him. Thank fuck for your side ability to anime monologue to yourself in your head without time passing too quickly, because you really need to think this one through. You have to pick one single person to help convince him he doesn't need what Ultimate Dirk is offering. Jake, no good. Not right now. He'd be eaten alive by Ultimate Dirk. You can't do that to him. He's your friend too. Maybe a wild card. Someone Dirk doesn't even know but could get along with me. Equius? He's like Dirk if Dirk liked to get bossed around. So they might get along great actually. Though you need someone who can tell Dirk what to do in this moment. So then, again, maybe not. You can't hedge your bets and bring everyone because that just overwhelm him. Plus, there's no budget or time for that. The answer punches you hard in the chest, and you're about to sneak away to find them when Ultimate Dirk speaks up. That was a touching rant you gave. Very compelling. You know what? Fine. Do what you do best. And choose. Steal him away to obscurity or leave him to his destiny. I'm not worried, in fact. As a show of trust in my younger splinter, I'll even fuck off myself until go time. On the 1 in a million chance you actually do get him to go with you, there's no way that's gonna be a good end. We all know he'd regret it. He'll second guess if it wasn't the right thing every day of his life until he realizes what a flaccid existence he's leading. But by then, it'll be too late. Do your worst. There's a jolt. And there he's gone. There's a beat of silence where you try to work out how to act normal. Now that you know what you know, but thankfully he speaks first. Are all your hangouts at this buck fucking wild, or did you really pull this out of the... And all this stops for me? Well, you were about to pull out another when Ultimate Dirk just blasted off like that. It's not too late though, if you'll agree to at least hear you out. Well then, by all means continue pulling, and see where this shit takes us. You'll be right back, you tell him. I'll be right here just chilling and contemplating existence and my place in it, no worries. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Or then like, ooh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then like, I don't know. something weird happened over there. Oh my god. Oh. Is that them? Is that the bush? The zap this time is even more disorientating than your sideways universe zap. You know why? Though, since you know everything, you're not sure you're supposed to be here. Ultimate Dirk already accused you of fucking shit up. So I'm gonna fuck shit up a little harder. You want to go pick up this person, and specifically this version of this person. The version you made friends with already isn't ready to meet Dirk yet. Probably. But thanks to your recent mind freak, you remember that this one, having lost his Dirk, might be a little more interested. Oh. There he is. Yeah, okay. I was trying to figure out who it would be. So this is the one with, okay, yeah. So this is where like the see me doing that was Dirk you know, being Dirk. Yeah. Save that one. Anytime I see something, I have like a urge to I don't know. I play with dolls. I called it. I'm gonna call it again. No. Yeah. Oh my God. What? Oh my God. How loud is that? You're a meshy. You're a meshy. Oh, you cool, Bar. I'm not used to hunches. I'm not used to that. That was a cheap shot last time. It's only knocked out for a little bit, okay? God. Fucking love that, man. You're a meshy. Whoa, what the what? Who the fuck are you? Okay, that answers that question. You guess you fucked things up to the point where the candy timeline is not the same as the one you were making friends in before. This is probably the stuff Ultimate Dirk is so bent out of shape about fixing. Well, it is what it is. You didn't have time to come up with your elevator pitch, but you work your best of full power to empathy, zero to planning, so here you go. Hey, you tell him. Sorry to intrude, but you have a pretty big favor to ask of him. You know he doesn't know you, but you know an alternate version of him that lives outside canon. You met and went to Olive Garden and made friends, and you promised you're legit. I heard that from a mile away. Bro, you said Olive Garden? You're a meshy, bro. You said Olive Garden? You got me. That's like a magic word to get me to trust you implicitly. Don't spread that around, though. Also, you look like someone ironed the mirror, so that's like 1,000,000 more points in your favor. And I'm doing dick else. That's useful all day. Or any day, to be real with you. So, what's the favor? Okay, wait a second. Why is this guy outside right now? On like a nice day. That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, phew. Great. The favor is that you need to borrow him for like a quick minute so he can help you have a conversation with your universe's Dirk. At the sound of Dirk's name, he goes still. See, Dirk's convinced he needs to take the advice of yet another universe's way shittier Dirk and retcon your whole friendship mission so that They can go off and make canon happen, which ends pretty badly for a lot of people, your friends involved. And now that you know that, you really want him to just side with you and let everyone chill and hang out and live their lives, and you're not sure of all the details about how that will work yet. But the point is that, Dirk, I'm in. Great. Sick. Yes. Okay. He's not outside. This is an illusion. You take his hand and off you go. I like this outfit. He's like a normal ass fucking guy. He's just a normal fucking guy. I mean, they all dress like normal fucking people. But okay. Their base clothes are like normal fucking people, right? Maybe some people have more elaborate things, like a few, but generally it's all just normal fucking things. Like the coat's kind of nice, even though I don't know if the weather permits a coat. I don't know. Maybe it's like a windy day. The trees look to be moving a little bit. I don't know. When you pop back, Dirk is standing how he was when you first met him, casually braced for emotional fatal impact. The time gear in the hoodie, yeah. There's a moment where Dirk and Dave just stare each other down, like neither of them are fully ready to register the reality of the other. You really fucking hope this works, because it's your Hail Mary. Stop. Holy fuck, man, I didn't think invoking the name of Olive Garden would have this much effect, but here the fuck we are. I mean, sup. Yeah, sup. Dave pulls him into a short, back-thumping bro hug, which Dirk weathers like a wet cat not trusting a towel to dry him off. So, you're a meshy. I'll be real with you. We've already had a version of this meeting convo, and we used to like a lightning round conversational mechanism to get shit poppin'. But I get the feeling we don't have time for all that right now, so I'll skip a few steps for you. Our little mutual friend here says you got options. Well, they seem to think I do, but I'm not convinced. You have opinions about it? Sure do. You're a meshy. I mean, I'd do anything this little pal suggested after what they just did for me, but like, what's even the situation? They don't want you to play a suburb and some other. They don't want you to play suburb and some others. Some other you does. There's a lot more to him than that, but yes, that's the gist. You watch them chat. This is good, you think. Good, but you're not sure it's enough. You think Dirk is your friend now, but more. You think Dirk is your friend now, but the more you think about it, the weirder the world feels in your brain. The word or world? Word feels in your brain. Friendship means something different to everyone you've met. Safety, fun, a wake-up call, a person to talk to. You hope that, for at least some of them, you've helped them see what is lovable inside themselves. You look at Dirk and wonder if he'll be one of those. He's been being so polite to Dave. He must be afraid. Does Dirk even believe others can, of their own volition, love him? You tune back in. Man, if you wanted to argue about canon, you should have asked your bro here to get like anybody else to come along. That shit's out of my forte, but it seems to me it's not some immutable bastion of narrative sanctity. Oh, okay, I thought they were gonna talk about the economy. A little bit. It's just some shit some assholes said and did some choices they made.
Okay, well, if I don't follow the plan, beat the game, and get to where you are now, how do I know my choices will still matter?
IDK, man. You're not in my timeline anymore because of that choice you made a while back, so my mileage might vary a bit. Dirk shifts backwards. You wish he'd look more surprised about it.
Ow.
Yeah. I don't want to waste your time or anything, Just getting to talk to you is worth it, so I don't know, do what you gotta do, but like, coming from me, a guy who could have done some stuff differently himself. Or at least try to trust your friend. I know you don't like believing this stuff, but maybe listen to the people who like you for you, cause they mean it. I'm rambling now, so guess if I had one thing to say to you, it'd just be, it's okay not to have all the answers. That's what I'd tell you. Dirk nods.
So I'm processing a lot. But I also cannot go any further in this conversation without telling you that our little friend is liminal enough to actually be able to hold the sword.
Oh, you're a Mishio, holy fuck, yo, what?
Oh, wow. Dave, huh? Okay, bringing fucking guns to a knife fight here. I didn't expect this level of underhanded maneuvering from you, but I'll respect the play. Doesn't matter anyway. I've come back with my own cheat.
They really knew what Dave meant when he had their choice and wasn't pictured in the universe. All the answers Dave's answered. What's the cheat? I guess he has a lot of cheats. I guess.
Sorry for the delay. I didn't deal with some shit on my end. New plan. Forget us all going our separate ways to fix shit. Dirk, you're coming with me. Your friend was right about one thing. Things don't need to go back to the way they were. But not for any lame reasons like the power of love. I have plans bigger than that. I promise you this limp dick excuse for our friend doesn't measure up to all the shit I could show you. I will show. Sure, it might hurt to leave your friends behind at first. And sure, you'll miss out on Jake's carnal charms. But that emptiness will fade when you realize the true power we have. Ultimate Dirk extends his hand. His cape billows obnoxiously behind him. Dirk looks at you, then at Dave. Shit. They were almost there. You have no time left to waste. You close your eyes and will the choice to come to you. Stop him. Don't stop him. One of those has to work, right? You don't feel confident. You look at Dirk and it hits you. Ultimate Dirk was maddeningly right. It won't work if there's room for Dirk to regret it. You're not sure either of you would ever be certain if it was the right choice unless you let Dirk choose it for himself. No more telling him what to do. No more telling anyone what to do. When you feel the choice pricking at you, you turn it outward. You flip the power in your belly inside out and give the weight of it up for a moment to him. You wait to see what Dirk does with the thing warring in him. You see it manifest in his brain and in yours, and your stomach plunges. It feels rigid from the start. There's no way Dirk will choose you and Dave when he's gone and framed it like that. God damn it. Too late to change anything yourself. You wait for Dirk to choose. Trust yourself. Dirk turns to you, apology already on his face. No. You can tell where this is going, and you hate it. So it's not you, it's me. Is levity helpful? Probably not. I'm doing my best. It's not that this hasn't been a good time. I didn't expect to achieve this level of metatextual mind freak during a hangout, but I've really enjoyed it. This is a day I would have not thought possible.
He stops holding his fist out to Dave, but after a pause bumps it with his own. He must know too. He turns away. Everything Dirk is saying feels forced to you. Like he's trying to convince himself as much as he is you. Still, you know you've lost.
And I have to thank you for it. I'd go so far to consider you my friend even. And if you frame your relative success or failure on having formed a friendship, you can call this a good end. But
he trails off, turning to walk up toward Ultimate Dirk.
Much fun as this was, this is me we're talking about here. There's no contest.
Making a friend is never what makes it a good ending. It's never the main reason, man.
I have to know. It was always gonna be you and me, Dirk.
The two of them stand side by side, twin smirks on their faces. Dirk is almost believable.
Goodbye.
You curl up into yourself, a hunched ball on a tall tower on a single apartment in the middle of the sea. Your brain disconnects from the sounds of their conversation, of Ultimate Dirk's likely victory monologue, the static of their exit. You cry into your shitty little stick hands because you thought you fucking had this one, and somehow it feels weightier than the loss of just one friend. You feel like something bigger and more beautiful than you thought possible was at your fingertips, and now it's gone. You come back to reality at the warmth of Dave's hand on your shoulder, and as he crouches next to you, his voice is thick with tears, and you didn't even help him through crying.
You're a meshy. Hey, bro, I'm sorry. I don't care how much longer I can chill here. Like, emotionally. Can you take me home?
Abandoned at sea. Damn. Interesting. Oh yeah, I didn't save it all during his route. Okay. Yeah. Trust them.
Hi, man.
Your heart drops, and then you see who he's looking at.
Guess you can call this one the bad end, yeah. Luckily for you, there's almost definitely another of me that can't wait to sail the 7 seas of story with you or some shit.
He licks his lips and raises his chin, braced for Ultimate Dirk to challenge his call.
I assume that your huge fucking brain, you can see that happening as we speak, yes? So no need to be a sore loser now. Be good to that me, will you? Treat him right. As right as he wants me to, I promise. Anyway, I did say 1 in a million odds, so statistically, you have to wuss out at least once. It's fucking gross to experience. Good thing it'll get totally assimilated into the other versions of this conversation.
Now's not really the time to play the actually. It's usually just a binary card. You don't want to complicate the particular issue for him, so you let it lie. You let it lie. You step forward, shoulder brushing Dirk's.
Don't gloat, it's gosh. Enjoy your moment of irrelevance before this one goes down the drain. Deuces.
Yes. Hell yes. You stop your celebration when you notice that Dirk is literally shaking.
Holy shit, what did I just do? This future you have in the works better be fucking good, my dude.
You're a meshy. Are you kidding? You're a meshy. Are you kidding me? They got it in the lock.
Oh, he knows it. You don't tell him you don't know every single detail yet, but you understand yourself now. You'll work it out when you need to. You always do. It's okay, you think. If Dirk is a little afraid, it comes with the territory when you let people in. And he'll have even more practice when it comes with that as soon as you can zap up some more company. It won't be smooth sailing, though, you warn him.
As long as we move past the sailing metaphor, you can jack that difficulty level up as high as you'd like.
Oh, are we anti-ocean here?
Oh yeah, extremely.
Fuck, you're a meshy. Fuck water, am I right?
Dirk turns his head slightly, and you know he's looking at you. He smiles, and you know he gets it. It's not about this being the real timeline or the fake one. The hard one or the easy one. It's about being his, if he wants it. Which you realize, as you watch him turn his back and laugh along with Dave, he does. Victory. Oh! Oh! Oh, shit. Oh, he's good. They're between you, and the two of them open up like a wound in the universe, and you feel yourself being pulled toward it. You see him there, too. That fucking bastard. As Ultimate Dirk pulls you through what you can only conceptualize as a tear in the narrative, you turn to look at Dirk and Dave. This is sure to lead to some bullshit, and you need to confirm that they're still intact. Oh, they're still intact. You aren't sure where you're going next, but you don't want them to worry, as a hole starts to reseal itself with them on the other side. You give them a thumbs up, the universal signal of reassurance that things are okay. You'll be back. Neither of them are strangers to either the intricacies of plot or shenanigans, so they return it in unison. You did it. You got him a good end. Dick Ryder is your friend, you think. As you fall through nothingness, Dave can take it from here. Guess that sword isn't just for show. He really knows how to use it. You go flying out of frame, out of this volume, and straight into the epilogue. No, not the epilogue. God, this is impossible. You can't believe you are the main character of such a stupid story. He launches you straight into the post-game? Final chapter? Afterward? Or, wait, afterward. Both of them look weird. Anyway, he launches you into the afterworld, which seems to just be that drifting gray place between universes. But this time you aren't standing in the corridor. You're hurtling along it like a protagonist-shaped missile. This is not going to end well. Sorry, T-posing God person. This really isn't your fault. Actually, it's an A pose. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. That's what I was waiting for. Holy shit. Okay. Okay, I was like I was actually getting like annoyed with him calling it a T-pose over and over again. I was genuinely like, it was ruffling my feathers. I guess thank you, Dirk. Thank you, Dirk, for that. Oh my god. This is good. This is good. This actually covers up something that was bugging me like so much. Okay. Probably more than anybody else who was like read Pesterquest. Calling an A pose a T pose was killing me. Sorry.
Common mistake. Just trying to help.
You brace for whatever hellish experience is waiting for you when you hit the event horizon. What? Oh. Gonna be like freakier dog scratch. Your whole body aches, not physically, more thematically. Like you just got bit slapped straight into the meta narrative and bodied back to the beginning. Oh shit. Are you literally at the beginning? Did you forget everything again? Quick, hemospectrum, trolls, incestuous slurry. Beckroll. The fucking Mandragogs. Truth, relevance, the essentiality. Phew, you remember. So here you are again. You guess it makes sense that Doc Scratch was behind it all in the end. Maybe he and Ultimate Dirk have been working together this whole time? Hey, you round, shiny son of a bitch, show yourself. You receive no response. The plush green room is still in the corner. The clock has stopped. Wait, what was that? The sound of struggle drifts from deeper in the house. Oh, balls. Is Spade Slick here to beat the shit out of Doc Scratch? But you thought that happened at the beginning of the game. Maybe you really have been transferred back to square one. But nothing is on fire. Spade Slick set the place on fire, right? Shit. Why do so many things happen in this goddamn comic? There are just so many details to remember. And one of my fucking, friends kills me for not remembering every single little thing. It's like, what? You don't remember when, Dirk tied his shoe? In 2 lines of the comic or something? I don't know. Oh. You follow the sound of the ruckus, turning a corner, down a long, wooden, paneled hallway. A door stands open at the end of it, where 2 people appear to be locked in an intense struggle.
Hey, listen. We can talk about this.
You edge closer to the corridor. The mirrors on the walls watch you like eyes.
Clearly, I've made some bad decisions. I'll grant you that.
The man currently hanging onto the door jamb for dear life both sounds and looks familiar. But you are actually kind of having a hard time focusing on it. It makes your head swim.
Okay, yes. I agree that I need to take a break, but please don't put me in here with that wolf head. It's out for my blood. I don't know if I can hold it off for long.
The second figure, a woman maybe, appears unmoved by the man's pleas. You have no idea what's going on here. But one thing you do know is you can't just allow random broads to throw dudes into rooms against their will. Hey, you shut down the corridor. Both the man and the woman turn and look at you. The combined power of their gaze forces you to their knees. It hits you in the same tender place that Ultimate Dirk Strike had, right in the narrative. Hussie? Hussie's forced in the room with the wolf head? Yes. But it can't be Hussie. The woman takes that chance to shove the man into a room and slam the door.
Sorry about that. He won't bother us anymore.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So I was like, yeah, it can't be Hussie. Because now he's fucking T-posing. She? Fucking pink, purple? Red glasses here. The sound of her voice vibrates all the way into your skull. It's her. She's the one who's been doing this to you, who's been stopping you from going back to visit your friends, who's been manipulating you, just like Doc Scratch did.
Oh, come on. I'm not that bad. At least I hope I'm not. By the way, unmute me if you haven't bothered to already.
Okay. Huh. I adjusted the volume, right? Because it's not the default volumes. I did adjust it at one point.
The music in this section rules.
I mean, it's all right.
Besides, voiceover in Ren'Py is extremely annoying. Did you know you have to save every line as a different .ogg file? I didn't even know what a .ogg file was until our programmer explained it to me. Actually, wow.
I did know
this
that.
This is a huge pain in the ass. Let's go back to text only.
No. No. I like the voice. Come back with the voice. No. Well, I ain't changing up the voice. I did. Fuck, I forgot what I did actually.
That's better.
You're falling to pieces. Every part of your body is literally sliding apart and falling into the others. It's just like being hit by the house juju. Your corporeal form is not meant for this much meta-narrative bullshit. You just aren't made for it.
Oh, come on, you're fine.
She paps you on the cheek, and suddenly, it's true you're fine. She's made it so. She must be magic.
Not quite. Get up, King.
You do, slowly. For some inexplicable reason, you are more scared of her than you'd been of Ultimate Dirk or of Doc Scratch or anyone else. You have a feeling that she might be the real danger here. She laughs. It's not a villainous laugh, but it's not exactly a nice one either.
I guess that's fair. I'm definitely not a hero. Or maybe I am a hero. And the dude I just shoved into that cupboard with a wolf head is the real villain. Or it's the other way around. And the evil has triumphed.
You tell her that you don't remember her from the comic you read.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Don't worry about it. You can call me the director, and you're right. All of this is my fault.
All of this?
Yeah. I'm the reason you couldn't reach your friends, and I'm the reason your memories got wiped.
Wait, why'd she do that?
Because I wanted to try something, and it wouldn't have worked if you hadn't gone in with an open mind. Could you really have made friends with any of these kids if you've known what they had waiting for them at the end of the line?
Your snap response is an overwhelming yes. Of course you could. You can make friends with anyone. But you know deep down that it isn't true. Could you really have looked John in the eyes if you'd seen him get bored by a... Oh, well, yeah. If you'd seen him get bored by a video game monster and then lose his virginity in the back of his dad's car before literally dying. MSPFA reader? Kind of weak sauce, man. Could you have talked to Jade like a normal person if you knew she was going to grow up to be a half dog goddess? Could you have resisted throwing Rose and Kanai together the first chance you got? I could have. I could have resisted Rose and Kanai together because Kanai is too goddamn good for Rose. Could you have ever handled becoming friends with Equus and Pedo or Fairy, knowing what was coming from them? God, could you have stood to be in the same room as Gamzee or Aridin? Okay, so okay. Speaking of like Gamzee for a second though, like I was thinking about the Gamzee Vriska moment in the epilogues and like the bushes. That's why I mentioned the bushes earlier, right? And it's just like, damn, Vriska, how could you do that? Why would you ever do something like that? But then I reversed it a little bit, like gender wise, thought about it, and I'd be like, you know, maybe I would have folded at something like that too.
Right? Making friends with people when we know their story ends isn't something we're equipped to do. It's like meeting a celebrity. Hard to be normal.
You tell the director that you don't think any of this is very normal. She laughs.
Yeah, you're smart. That's why I like you. MSBA reader.
Who? That's not your name. Your name is...
Hey, come on. Leave something for the sequel.
I feel like this is the sequel. Unless maybe Friend Sim's the prequel. Or maybe that is the spinoff. Spinoff that came before it? Truth is,
Truth is, I used to, and I'm sorry for that, but also I'm not sorry. Because these kids were born to suffer. That's what they're for. I know that sounds harsh, but that's true. Destiny wrapped its thick, inky tentacles around them and pulled them into the story without happy endings. But you changed that. You gave them a chance to grow up.
Wait, you did that? But you remember the other story, the real story, the one that just ended with everything falling to shit. Are you saying all of that didn't happen?
No, it happened. Well, it didn't actually happen because none of this is happening. Creators all the way down and such like. But you made this story, and nobody can take that away from you.
Oh my god. Oh my god, shut up. I can't handle this anymore.
The director looks, for the first time, just a little bit worried. She covers it up quickly. However, you regain your placid stance and neutral indifference.
You want the real villain? This guy right here?
This is so fucking stupid. Even for all of you.
I'm aware of that.
How dare you?
You gonna lecture me on audacity? Come on, man. You're not even real.
And yet you keep talking to me.
Wow. You feel like you shouldn't be here for this, possibly. You always feel kind of awkward when authority figures fight.
I'm not here for her. I'm here for you. We weren't done talking.
Then why did you cut the damn UI in half?
I got a little overzealous.
It happens. Sorry about that, by the way. You shrug, whatever. You've had worse still. You don't feel very well disposed toward this guy. At this point, knowing all the garbage he's done and will probably keep doing. Although you aren't sure if the director is any better.
I'm much better than him.
See what I can do? Can Dirk Strider do this? Can he talk with an actual human voice?
Get fucked.
See? Come on. At least a little happy to see me.
Stop flexing on me. I have a wife. For a man so devoted to the sword.
Why am I talking like...
For a man so devoted to the swords. You don't think it's going against your character to have such enormous guns?
Wait. These? Oh, they're not mine. It's an artifact of the medium. I'd say thanks, but I feel like you all got more out of it than me.
Stop playing with my audience, you anime ass motherfucker.
Hey, you're in charge. I wouldn't look like this if you didn't want me to.
I actually let the artists have a lot of creative licenses.
Nice evasion.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, this is bullshit. Doesn't matter. Why does that matter? What does matter is that he directs his anime gaze back to you. This isn't just about Dirk anymore. You're zapping around and ruining everything. As soon as you can't, you begin to unravel the utter saturating shit pile you've created. You have also absolutely decimated everyone's character arcs and motivation. Seriously, everyone got a gender arc? Come on, man.
Yeah. I like how they had like Ultimate Dirk say that. That was good.
There's actually plenty of seating for the storyline of the comic proper. And relationship to femininity is really... Do you realize what's going on here? You've completely stolen their destinies from them.
You guess you did. But now they've got a chance to be actual teenagers and grow up in a world that isn't trying to murder them constantly. Well, Alternity is still doing that. But at the very least, they won't be in a hostile video game environment.
You've ruined them.
But they're happy.
Happy people don't get stories told to them.
That isn't true. That can't be true. You look to the director for help. Surely she knows what to say after all. This happened on her watch. She's looking at you. She's looking at the ground.
She knew what she was doing the whole time. She knew how it would have to shake out. When were you planning on to tell them?
I was getting there.
She knows that the prince knows what he's talking about. Nobody has thought more about causation and narrative flow than he has.
Fuck. You shake your head for a second. There, it felt like things got a little screwy.
Hey.
She claps her hands in Ultimate Dirk's face.
Cut that shit out. Cut that shit out. Leave him alone.
And stop wasting my time.
She sighs. Fine. She appears to gather herself, folding her hands in front of her, like she's about to recite a poem.
This has really been an interesting experiment, and I'm glad we got to do it. I've definitely learned a lot. But look, I need to go back and give the beta to John, because without that, they'll never play the game, and the story never gets told, and you never read the story. You never were.
Wait. Isn't this just another timeline? A Doom timeline or whatever the fuck? The director shakes her head.
No, it's a retcon. What you'd be doing here would be turning the Alpha timeline into a Doom timeline. And since the story has technically ended, started again, and then ended, and started again so many times, switching tracks at this point would corrupt it beyond recognition.
You would really cause a paradox so catastrophic, it would literally tear the multiverse apart.
So you mean like the Scratch?
Worse than the Scratch, it would be the Blackout. Utter ruin.
But wait, you already threw the beta in the goddamn sewer. Shouldn't this have already happened? The utter ruin?
No, because you still have the power to go back and change it.
If you decide not to act, then we have to worry. You look back and forth between Ultimate Dirk and the director, trying to find a way out, some indication that they're fucking with you. They don't seem to like each other much, but they do appear to be joined in their insistence that this utter ruin bullshit is going to happen unless you betray all of your friends, unravel everything you did. What was the point of doing any of this? You were always just going to have to lose it all in the end. The director shrugs.
What's the point of doing anything? What's the point of living if we know it's gonna end in death? That's not gonna end. Why do we open up a book if we know we have to close it?
Yeah, that's what you're asking. You don't just want more questions. God damn it.
I'm sorry. I don't have any answers for you. Just an option screen.
Damn. Damn. I think I gotta do it. Otherwise, John never bags his baddies. No. Uh, Fine. You know what? Fuck both of you. You'll do it. But also, fuck you. That's fair.
Thanks for being reasonable. Get on my video game. I don't think I will. I'm gonna stick around and watch everything you try to do here and flunk down the toilet mad spin-offs.
Otherwise, you never started streaming Homestuck. Oh, whoa. I looked away for a second. The director takes a step towards him. They aren't fighting exactly, but they're doing something. You have a distinct impression of two people fighting over a pen, or elbowing each other out of the way in order to type at a keyboard. You aren't feeling a little dizzy again.
Andrew Hussie would never do this to me.
Fucking pulling up the Huss card. Damn. The director takes a long, tired breath. And you'd never met Vriska. And you'd never meet Vriska. Ha. This is just me being selfish. Damn. I was trying to cope with it being for them. Damn. Fine, but that, when were we? You turn away from her. You don't want to talk to her anymore. You just want to get this over with. I get that. I'll let you alone. I'm sorry, kid. The director fades slowly until it's like she was never there at all. But the horror, the pit of ice that has opened up in your belly, that's still there, and it will never go away. Once you consign all of your friends to a hero's journey full of pain and heartache, what will happen to you? Will you just vanish? Whatever iteration of you that was created for the story just cease to be? The book is closed. What will you be? Zap. Hopefully I will be. The mailbox is here. It's all full. The little flappy dealy thing is up and everything. With difficulty you pull the beta out, scattering the rest of the mail across the yard. Fuck you. Bills and coupon books. Get a job. Up in the house, you see a friendly face looking down at you. Take a deep breath. Oh my God. Can't turn back now. I'm already here. We put that bunny back in the box. The streets are empty. Wind skims, the voids keep neighboring apart, as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed, or say, a plundered mailbox. A familiar note is produced. It's the one desolation play to keep its instrument in tune. You have a feeling it's going to be a long day. Down. 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 A young man stands in his bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 13th of April 2009, is this young man's birthday. Though it was 13 years ago, he was given life. It is only today he will be given a name. What will the name of this young man be? Enter name. Zeus smells poop, Lord. Thank you for that. Okay. What if they did anything weird to the loads? Probably not. Nah. Game's not cool enough to fuck up the loads. Maybe it would have done on the one Dirk part. Holy shit, this is excruciating. Blah, 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 blah. Now, at least one version of you is making canon a thing and the other being controlled by the Conans. I wish I was that second one personally. Trust them. We'll save this time. Come on, bro. You just haven't lived yet. The debate in the sewers again. We're back at the start. Oh. Interesting. I was expecting it. I was expecting it to like just pull up chapter 1. Interesting. Okay. Did it delete everything? Wait. Ah, that would have been too good. That would have been too good if it deleted everything. Ah. Damn, that would have been way too good if a point just delete every save file like in it. Damn. Missed out, Pesterquest. Missed out. Ah. Would have been way cooler to fucking reset. We don't betray our friends. And then we get and it just does it again. Okay, cool. Well, next time, clowns. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. Wait, hold the fucking phone. Who's in charge of this story? Not Ultimate Dirk, not the director, and certainly not the guy who got shoved into a room with a wolf head. Yeah, fuck that guy. That guy got nothing on the story as a whole. It's you. It's always been you. You were just doing what they told you to do. There has to be a third option. There's always a third option. when the scratch happened, everything should have been erased. Everything was erased, except it wasn't, because someone intervened. Jade drew all of her friends close to her and kept them safe. She saved them. The first time you tried to bring Jade with you when you teleported, Beck didn't let you. But then later he did. Jade told you that he'd been just acting like a normal dog. Jane told you that the god cat had just been acting like a good little kitty, almost like their powers were gone. You pace in a quick circle, then you hear Dad's car pulling up from behind you, and you zap out there before you can get caught again. Zap. You still got the beta clutched in your hand, but you're alone on Dave's roof underneath the blazing Houston sun. Nobody's going to bother you up here. There's something that's teasing, just at the edge of your understanding, and if you could only reach it. You need help. You need someone who knows about weird shit. Hey? Like a lock clicking in your brain. You understand what you have to do. Zap. Hey, she's back. Oh, it's you. Oh, my mouse died. My mouse died. I thought the game was fucking with me again. Okay. Thought the game was actually like fucking 200 IQ in me somehow. Yeah. How's it going? You look a little tired. You ask Aradia if she's been watching recently. If she knows what's going down in your part of the neighborhood, she shakes her head. I lost track of you when you hopped universes. I'm about to try to get myself out of the canon for good, and it's going to be kind of a pain in the ass. I've been trying to conserve my energy. Oh, right. Yeah, you know about that. She raises an eyebrow. Don't worry about that. Actually, you know some lore. Is all. You might have seen what's going to happen to Aradia next. Actually, she doesn't have too much to worry about. She and Silix are fine, actually. They're probably more fine than almost everyone else. That's good to know, I guess. Did you figure out what's going on with your friend situation? Yeah, you tell Aradia. What's been going on with your friend situation? Wow. Yeah. And you're going to do it? Are you going to do it? You're going to erase this timeline? Because if you are, then, no offense, I might head out of canon a little early. That's just the thing. You think you might have a plan. Oh? You tell her the plan. Who? Does she think it'll work? A slow, brilliant smile paints a sunrise across her face. I have no idea, but I'd love to watch. Zap. The green sun. Okay, hold up. The green sun spreads out below you like a giant radioactive gumball that absolutely wants to tear you into a million greasy pieces. You can feel it tugging at all your organs, twisting up all the words inside you, making a mess of the themes, dragging motives screaming to the surface. This is the single largest source of raw narrative mass in the multiverse, and it should be killing you. Hey, do you actually need me to do anything? Should just wanted her to vibe here with you in case you die. You don't want to die alone. That's fair. Hey, if you die, I'll pick up your bones for you. Thanks, Aradia. She smiles. See you on the other side, you say. You're not sure who you're talking to. You're guessing this is going to be pretty bad. Zap. This is, well, it's not bad. It's not pain exactly, because when you're inside the green sun, you don't think you have nerve endings anymore. You're just you are just a consciousness floating in miasma of causation. You aren't sure how this is supposed to work. Did you maybe start thinking about your friends like you are in the animes, drawing strength from the powers like drawing strength from the power of your social links? Think about John and Rose and your good friend Dave. Fuck. Ouch. Thinking too much hurts. You aren't going to be able to count on anime cliches for this one, you guess. So you think about your friends for once. You think about yourself. The impossibility that is you, protagonist, reader, carrier of the story. Maybe not every story, but this one. The power of friendship wins again. You have been erased so many times. You look across the rise and fall of the story, and you see just how many mistakes you've made. All the times you've broken your friends' trust or betrayed them, or hell, even killed them. You reach across to all of those yous, your what ifs, your do-overs. You let the blazing energy overtake you. You open yourself up, and everything goes green. Oh. 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 I just want to see this panel, this page a little longer. It's missing. It's missing something. What's it missing? And you better be on your best behavior, Orphaner. If this partnership is gonna work out. Oh. Interesting.
Forget this guy, Frisco. We can do this ourselves.
Could you at least give a guy a chance to respond to a couple, who was that? It's green. Okay.
Hounds, come here, kitty kitty. I'm home.
Nepeta, this cave is far too small for someone with a height as strong as mine.
Hounds? Aqueous, what's this?
You're meshy. Anyway, that's why I don't eat corn dogs anymore. What the fuck? Is this a normal future thing? Earthquakes and shit. I guess that's a normal whenever thing, but we don't get many of them in Houston. Oh, I cough.
I don't think that's an earthquake. Autoresponder? No seismic activity detected in the area.
Oh, so you're telling me I wrote this? Oh, she's reading the game guide. In another history? Yes, as far as I'm aware. Incredible. It's very boring. I think it's brilliant. I mean... The green sun pulses around your slowly collapsing being, and you feel it subsume you. You feel yourself unspooling, swallowed in light. You think of how you came to be here, where you are right now, and the choices you made along the path. What are the odds that the you that prevailed is this one? It's probably something that could be mathed out, but you're too busy eating the fucking sun with your whole body to figure it out. Instead, you sink into another feeling of connections that hold you together. The bonds you created are threaded through your arms and your belly and your heart. Your body is nothing consumed by flames, and yet you feel yourself start to become zap. The mail goes in the box.
Okay, get ready. This is the best part of the movie. All the classic memes come from this part.
Oh, this is what I've been waiting for.
John, every part of this movie is hot trash.
It's not that bad. I want to see the guy put the bunny in the box.
This movie's so bad. The drones are approaching your neighborhood.
Oh fuck! It's just normal for him.
It's too late for the human race.
Damn. That's John thinking. He doesn't do that very often. It's dangerous. Darkness seethes in at this timeline, and in the distance you hear what might be cracks, splinters through space-time. Reality is compressing and falling apart around you in a cacophony of breaking glass. All of your friends, all of their dreams rendered away to nothing, all of it unraveling. No. No. It doesn't disappear. Oh. I don't let it. Oh, okay. I'm bigger than this story, but I'm also inside the story. So I gather it up and I keep it close to me. And as soon as I remove it from causation, it's like it never happened. I take the timeline, I lock it away. That's what it is. It's a locked timeline, and I am its guardian. Not Scratch. Its first guardian. It's not Scratch. It's we. Who else could it be? This is the only one. I like that. That's good. Thanks for playing. I like that. That was good. True ending, yeah. A lot easier to get the true ending than I thought it was going to be. I thought I'd have to do something even weirder than just like use the guy as a guide and click or whatever. But yeah. God. Wow. Pesterquest had some like Pesterquest didn't really have any bad lows. It like had some like mid spots. Pesterquest is overall really good, actually. Really entertaining. I like that. Quickly from some to the fan again, there's no beyond canon spoilers, but I'd wait till you get caught up. So now, somewhere in product space, a version of kids that play the game and live their lives as we do. Oh, them poor fucking kids having to live a life like we do. Damn. Fuck, probably better than us though, man. Shit. Or would Obama become president? Would Obama exist in this timeline? Fuck. I'm trying to think about the Obama shit from the epilogue. I'm trying to think how it would line up with this. I don't think it does. I think this might become an Obama-less world. I need to still turn you right. Might take a while to get to know him. In a session. Oh, he was already in a session. You're right. Never mind. 2008 was when he's president. Doesn't mean they fall at all, though. Pretty good game. Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, this person's 4 for 4. Damn, okay. Well, this person made this one drew Kanaya sprites, but I really like this person, Haven Daniels Taylor. I guess I'll follow them on X or something when I catch up to Homestuck. I assume they still make Homestuck art. Spoilers. I like how they drew these characters. I think they really fucking got Vriska really well. Okay. I seen online people were upset. I've seen a few people on Twitter not liking Vriska's sprite, and I don't understand how you don't like Vriska's sprite. I guess I feel like it just hit super well. What's your QR code? Is it? I don't have access to my phone, but I'm like, but man, some people are not happy with Roxy's sprites in this game for some reason. I think because of the curly hair and how mom's hair was straight, and so it doesn't make sense. I mean, like, I guess. I guess that's a thing to complain about. I think the same stuff happened to Gamzee. Did I win? Yeah, I won. Actually, check the metadata. Okay. There were sprites were Roxy's. IMO. Were Roxy sprites. I don't know. You must have missed like a lot of people in this game. Told you it was called that. Yeah. You think Roxy sprites were like, I don't know. Like Terezi sprites could have been better. They I think they leaned too much into like the dorkiness of Terezi, not enough into like the spice. Radias were also bad. We're bad. Not you're just attacking me somehow now. You're attacking me directly with these comments. Like, oh. This makes me like Aradia. Because, Aradia, I don't know, she wasn't all that in the Homestuck comic. It's no Vriska. Next, they're going to say all of Vriska's sprites are bad. Boom. Okay. Okay, actually, no, it'd probably be easier though. Okay. I was bored at work today, and I ended up not I ended up reading a Homestuck fan fiction where I was at work. And I really liked it. I like this. It's like a quick little spot. Carcat, are you high? Dave, as a fucking kite. And just this. But the pendulum clocks in the same way. They always sync up. No. Well, it's a thing. I really like this with the time player like idea. It's just to put two time players together. They eventually sync up. I like that idea, even though in this fan fiction that wasn't even like what happened. It was just him being fucking Dave, like trying to be Dave and being funny, right? And I forget what it was called. It's like called like Dirk over Dirt? No. Homestuck 50s fan fiction Dirk Strider. Um, I probably will never find it on here. Oh wait. Maybe Dirk. Look here and I, Dave Shredder, Dirk Shredder. Damn. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Ah. Requiem Cafe art. Fuck, what's it called? Um, maybe if I log into a thing and look and cheat. Oh, here we go. House of Dirk. I was reading this. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed what I read of it. Very much. I very much enjoyed this. It's basic. So like, what happens is like Dirk and Caliborn get married. Yeah. Um. Yes. Continue. Yeah. They get married. Like Caliborn proposes. Very good. Very good. Very good fan fiction here. Just very good in general. Got swords in the fridge, but there's more than just swords. Not full of shurikens, at least. Like, what's that one? Okay. Pull upstream, too slow. Typical. Classic. Yeah. I really enjoyed this one. Ah. God. That's kind of all I wanted to do with that. Okay. Okay, it's fairly late for me. Didn't go on too much longer than I guess I thought it would. I figured it would be a little longer than normal because of there's like the ending. I seen there's like a few things and like I noticed that Jane's and Jake's are a little longer than the other people. Part of me was worried that that the Pesterquest routes for Roxy and Dirk were both gonna be as long as like a single route for like a dual route of any other like character, since it was two, each one was their own volume technically. I was worried on that, but that didn't happen. And I say I'm worried just because like time wise, I don't want to go to sleep at 1 a.m. Right? I have to wake up and go to work in the morning. So that was just one thing I was worried about. Dirk was a little long. It was a bit long, but not too bad. I feel like it was what, maybe an extra 20, 30 minutes, I guess. So I guess like an extra character. Huh. I guess a short character. Not too bad. Not too bad. And 5 more hours of Forza Horizon. If I could, if I had my GPU, and if I could run Forza, that would have just been the default. But I can't run Forza right now on my computer, and it makes me sad. Dirt cuts in surprisingly earlier than you remember. He does cut in very, very early. I was a little sad. Didn't get to really talk to Dirk as much as I would have liked. Dirk and Autoresponder both. Didn't have enough hijinks of them. But it's good enough. Feel like we had extra amount of Roxy time. I really liked Roxy's part. Yeah. But next thing I'll be checking out is though, I guess I'll move the TV out of the way. So Friday, I trying to debate if I start Cyclonials on Friday or if I start it on Sunday. Back to Vast Air. Yes, we'll be back to Vast Air. I'm trying to figure out what day I should start Cyclonials also. Because if I start Cyclonials on Friday, I'll just start it. I'll just do a day tomorrow and read Vast Air, like a chill day, and continue my Vast Air tomorrow. So I'm trying to wonder. I will probably have my decision probably tomorrow morning. I'm leaning towards starting Cyclonials on Friday because I'm a impatient person. I'm not the most patient guy, and I've been delayed on Cyclonials and Vast Air for longer than I would have liked. Just from timing, being sick, unluckiness, and I will actually be gone on an extra day than I planned this week. I will be gone for work in about 3 weeks. And then the following week after that, I will be gone for a non-work adventure, a me adventure. I am going on a cool little journey. Yeah. But that'll be later this month, and I would like to get through Cyclonials and get a refresh on some stuff. And then probably get into Beyond Canon. Hopefully after I come back in July. So probably around July 8th is what I'm hoping to get back into it and get into, I guess not back into it, I guess get into the continuation of Homestuck. No, that's even wrong too, because Epilogue's the continuation of Homestuck, huh? The other just to continue Homestuck stuff. The main written stuff by the people who own Homestuck, I guess, or whatever. But yeah. Felt like I had an extra thing to rant on at the end, but I saw Vriska for a moment, and that kind of like fried my brain a little bit because Vriska's too cool. Like, yeah. Yeah. I think that's it. So, yeah. And this is the end of the stream. So for realsies though, thanks for like, listen to me struggle to read and get through it. And we'll be back with Cyclonials sometime this week for Hussie stuff, and I'll be back with faster for me personally though, because I was getting into that one. So bye.